That's right. Perform for all those fucking stupid fucking idiots who watch us every week. Oh, we're live already.
Oh, yeah, we're live. Thank you. Welcome back to...
Pillows.
Oh, God. Are you humping your pillows?
Christ, Greg.
No, I just need to sit up. My shirt's still on.
Hump two pillows and pretend they're butt cheeks. Anyway, hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Maxwell Stars post-analysis chat. We're not professional in this chat, so not even close. So we have any offensive language, deal with it. Anyway,
I'm sure this would be pulled down anyway.
Oh yeah, we got Lee. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm good. I'm not sure why you put a disclaimer about the language on this. I think everyone fucking knows the routine at this point, don't they?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You never know. We've been attracting some newer viewers. What are you drinking tonight?
All those stupid pricks who watch us.
We're also incredibly racist. We hate white people.
Yeah, fucking. If you're white, get the fuck out of the chat.
Fucking honkies.
It's a very diverse channel or panel.
Yeah, right.
I'm drinking Rowdy Roger Piper Scottish Wee Heavy from.
How is it? That showed up here.
Oh, did it? Yeah, it's very, very good. It fits the style very well. It's kind of nice. You get into it, it warms up a bit. It's kind of like it's almost like fucking Chimay Blue in a way. Weirdly enough.
I may have to check that out. And we got Ash Sexton on the channel, and we've also got Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, who seems to be frozen.
No, he's moving.
No, he's been holding the same position for. I thought he was frozen.
Quiet contemplation.
I think maybe something's not working on his end.
Oh, is your microphone not working?
I think that might be something. He might be having.
He's back on his regular camera. That's why he's not on.
Yeah, he might have to go into reconfigure all the bullshit.
Actually, Sexton
probably doing it from his computer rather than his phone or something. Anyway, so yeah, we got what Lee was drinking. Chris, what are you drinking? You still drinking Canadian?
No, I've gone over to the Bob Cajun Brewing Company, the Fire Starter. It's a saison.
Wait, is this Bob Cajun Brewing Company? Is this named after that stupid Tragically Hip song?
Oh, no, it's probably named after the city in Ontario.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's an area. And,
okay.
And thanks for asking, but I am drinking a Pinball Wizard.
I was about to
ask you.
I was about to mention how you kind of skipped over him.
Yep, you completely skipped over him like an asshole, Nick.
I'm just going by who's right to left on.
You mentioned him and then you skipped over him.
Yeah. I got the big.
Well, you joined at the same time. I'm like Matt.
Stop trying to cover up the fact that you're an ass.
I'm not covering that up at all. Anyway, Ash, what are you drinking? Might as well get to you since we're talking about you.
Yeah, so Pinball Wizard from Clifford Brewing from Hamilton, Ontario. I think I've had this one twice.
Yeah. Clifford, that's that new place in Hamilton, isn't it?
Yeah, they do their Clifford Porter, which is widely known in these areas, and yeah, we'll see what this is like. I think I've had this once or twice.
Nice.
The Who hasn't sued them yet, and
yeah.
They probably don't even know fucking that there's a deal.
Someone get Pete Townsend on the fucking brewery right now.
Copyright strike, son. Anyway, Greg, what are you drinking? You're drinking something other than Molson now, aren't you?
No, I'm having more Molson Canadian because that was so good. No. For those of you concerned about me, I cleansed my palate. I had a piece of cheese, a big piece of cheese, just like George Costanza would have. And now I'm continuing my goal in life, which is to buy beer that requires the least traveling possible from Great Lakes. Hey, who's being so loud? Jesus Christ.
Matt's got a package.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm going to take care of that right now. There we go. From Great Lakes Brewing, I got this hippie fella. And it's called Beer Schwing Pale Ale.
Beer Schwing.
And it's pretty good. And most importantly, I did not have to travel very far at all to get it because it's almost right across the street from me. So, yay. And as a bonus, I didn't even pay for it.
Sorry, bro.
Yay.
Yo. And Matt, were you drinking something else? Something new after Molson?
Yeah. It's a small brewery in Jersey. They just make kind of tiny little fun little beers. Elementary. This is kind of their amber saison. It's a bit darker. Actually, I'm about that much left, so I'm gonna knock on something real quick. But yeah, it's a fun beer. I actually went to the brewery this weekend, just kind of exploring the area and stuff like that, and it was a good little time. It's one of the unique breweries that actually they kind of just make all kind of old school like lagers and pilsners and stuff like that, and fun stuff, fun unique stuff. Not double dry hop this or candied that, So it was fun.
And you know what? To that point, you could really find out who the good brewers are just by how they can brew like a basic style of beer.
I agree to a point. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to diminish brewers who do those kind of crazy styles, and they're not bad brewers. Yeah, well, I corrected myself, but yes, that's true. But it's also, I feel like it goes in the other direction. There's a lot of like home brewers or BJCP nerds who get so caught up in just the basic clean styles of beer that they're the only ones that really matter. To where it's almost like politics. There's so many people are pulling from the hazy double dry hop end of things, and then there's it's got to be clear as fuck, and it has to drop out insanely clear in order to be actually legitimate. So I think the truth is somewhere in between.
Sure. Yeah, I can agree with that.
If it tastes good, that's all that matters. I mean, really, we're just
at the end of the day. At the end of the day, do you like it?
What about you? What are you drinking, Nick?
Yeah.
What am I drinking? Well, I'm gonna crack open this Miller Michelob Ultra here.
Oh,
is that trunk aged? Is that trunk aged, or is it a?
Is it trunk aged?
So you know,
it's Trump aged.
Yeah, right. It's Trump.
Snake by the toilet.
It's Trump aged. It's French press through Cheetos.
Oh, God.
Sounds
Actually,
pretty amazing right now.
What I am drinking, and I'm actually stoked that I can finally get this here, is Lugo Tread
Yeah.
in the can form.
You know what the best thing about that is those 4-packs, they don't sell very well in Nova Scotia, so they're already on fucking clearance and discount. So it's like I can get them fucking super cheap.
Seriously?
Really? So how much would that 4-pack?
4-pack costs $9.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Which is pretty damn cheap for us.
$9
For us socialists.
Because it's on clearance, right? It's What was it before? Did it go down or something?
It was like 11 or something like that.
Fuck. Because it's like I bought this for like $12.20. But at the same time, I mean, for 4 cans of Lug Tread, I'm not offended by paying that much.
It's not a bad beer. It's not a remarkable beer, but it's not bad.
Actually, Bo's Lug Tread in Ontario is $9.95 for a 4-pack. So
yeah, I was gonna say that.
Now, is that
that's
cans or bottles?
Price, $9.95.
No, that's cans.
That's the 4-pack of cans. Yeah.
We're as for Bo's, we're actually seeing Bo's at festivals down here now.
Oh, really?
We're seeing Bo's like at Beer Fest in upstate New York and down in New York towards the city and stuff like that. You see that? I see that.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's kind of kooky.
Cool.
All right, hey Rod, how you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, look at the fucking pipes on this guy. Jesus Christ, man.
Got the gun show coming up here.
I'm like deflated guns.
See if one of his arms is much bigger than the other, because you know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's lifting beer glasses like this, doing crunches with beer.
Working that upper dorsimus.
Yeah, those are called curls, Nick.
Yeah, curls.
After what do you shared that Andre the Giant for you holding the beer can last week? Yes, I need to work on my arms.
What are you drinking anyway?
I'm drinking Viva La Revolution, so Revolution Brew Eugene Porter right now out of Chicago.
Oh, cool. Never heard of him.
Oh, Nick, I can't wait till you fucking come over here and then we go over to the
know.
States to pick up some beers because you're going to be like, I don't even know what the fuck to pick up.
Like they're old and back.
I'm in a whole other fucking country picking up all this fucking fantastic craft beer.
I won't be able to bring a whole lot of it back. You know that.
No. But if
you're just gonna You're trying to convince me to buy a lot of beer in the States so that I end up leaving it at your place so you can keep
No, not at all.
Oh,
That's
no.
right.
I know
What
what
you
your
need-
plan is.
What you need to do is just keep buying like 24 packs of stuff and, mix packs and all that shit and just drop them off in select places around the border
I'll
and then
convince
come back for them later.
We'll go to a Walmart right across the border and we'll buy a big case of Big Flats.
Yeah.
Do they still make that?
I don't know if they do.
How much will they let you bring back across the border?
Well, they say that when you come over the border, you're pretty much safe with 18 beers before they, But they can pull you over for having one beer if they really wanted to. Then you go and pay the duty for it. But I mean,
When I went up there with Paul, what was it? The time I came up for the fest, they're like, how much beer do you have? Both ways, and we're like a fucking crazy amount. And they're just like, just go. They just went, just go. They're like, just go. We don't care. Just go.
They
please.
don't want to do the paperwork.
Yeah.
It's not with their paperwork. Yep.
and
Right.
I'll tell you,
Going-
that's
going-
100%
going-
true.
Going in, Paul had like some crazy knife on him. He's like, I forgot I had this with me. And then me, they said, why didn't Canada allow you in like 10 years ago? And I forgot I got denied in Canada once. And we explained that. And they're like, do you have anything? And we're like, yeah, a bunch of beer in the trunk. And at that point, they're just like, they're like, okay, well, just go up there, talk to this person. You can go in. Coming back, the American guy's like, how much beer do you have? And me and Paul just laughed and we went, dude, like a crazy amount. And he's like, just go. That's all he said. He like, yeah, go.
And that,
Get
go
out
home.
of here.
and I find it all depends on what time you go, and if it's their shift change, or if at the end of their shift they don't want to fucking bother. But if they're at the beginning of their shift, you gotta fucking find out what time these guys start. They're just fucking hungry to get the quota before the fucking rest of the
The analogy there is that's the difference between the Italian guy who's in World War II who's like, yeah, the Nazis conquered us again, so we're on their side again for a little while. I don't give a fuck. Just go ahead, take your beer across the border, as opposed to the SS guy who's inspecting everyone's cars.
Yeah. Hi, Joe.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm Joe from North Tonawanda. How you doing?
Greg,
eh?
you're fucking stupid. And that's a terrible impression. If it was good, I'd give you props, but it's fucking horrible. Just stop.
I thought it was pretty accurate.
No, it's not.
I'd say it's like 98% accurate. It's kind of like Joe mixed with Cartman.
Greg, you're only embarrassing yourself at this
Well,
point.
he always embarrasses himself.
I
Well,
can't
yeah.
embarrass myself.
It goes with the territory,
If anyone wants to really see me embarrass myself, come to the Albino Rhino Beer Fest this year. Then you'll really see me fuck up.
You actually don't come see him because he's going to tell every woman within the vicinity that you have a 14-inch penis, and it usually doesn't go over very well. From what I've heard.
Kidding, for fuck's sake.
Is there any
Well,
is there
if you
any
go-
coincidence that Joe shows up, Greg starts talking about Joe, and then Rod leaves?
Hmm.
There
I'm
might
sure
be.
it was technical difficulty.
Joe, what are you
Yeah.
drinking, bud?
The greatest beer of all time, Matt's favorite. Samuel Adams
Most
IPA.
Canadian.
New England, I
New
hear.
England IPA. Fucking
What'd you think of it? I know you just reviewed it. So what
no,
the fuck?
I actually didn't review it because I'm not reviewing this. Come on, who am I? Jay Terrio. Shout out to Jay. No, I would say that this is okay. It's pretty solid. I think it's better than the Sierra Nevada one I had. What was that?
Super
Hasty
available
little thing?
over
What was that? What was that, Joe? That you said it wrote Rod J. I don't think he really wants to hear. You want?
I said it. I said I hate him, and his channel's terrible.
Hey, Joe, is that beer readily available right over the border?
Oh yeah. I mean, and it was like $2 a can. That's a good thing about this. I think Matt would probably agree with like the whole New Belgium, Sierra Nevada, Samuel Adams. It's a good beginner New England IPA. I do think this is better than the other two though. But
And I was going to ask you that. How would you compare it to the New Belgium Hazy?
I would go. This is it's a bit different. I mean,
Yeah,
I like the Ranger one. Not like too much. I felt like it would lack any kind of really complexity. It's pretty good for what it was. I didn't think the Sierra Nevada one was all that good at all. Like I thought they missed the boat. I think this is a bit better than both of those actually. Not like substantially better, but it's better.
they all have that like super soft, creamy, like drop out all bitterness, water nerd thing going on.
And instead of like tropical fruits or like stone fruits, it's just real heavy on citrus, like orange, for the most part, like tangerine heavy.
But it's not bitter. It's like weird
No,
powdery confectionery stuff.
It's like if you had that, and on top of this, like if you had like a sweeter orange too, like I don't know. whatever your favorite orange is at this point. I'm not a connoisseur of fucking oranges, but you know. So.
But guys,
you're not.
What about the Bud Orange?
You're not gonna do an orange?
Yeah, blood orange.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking dar the shit out of my channel ASAP, bros. All the fuck Caracaras, blood orange, Tangelos, everything. All of them.
Tangelo. My name is Tangelo.
It's Tangelo.
Michael Tangelo.
Is it Tangelo? Of course you've had a Tangelo before.
Wow.
No, there are differences in oranges, just like it's so many different citrus treats, but you know, none of that's happening. None of that's happening on my channel.
We do have some comments if you want me to get to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andrew Watts, this is the second time he's made this comment. He made it on my, actually under one of my posts on, I think, one of Jamie's videos a little while ago. He's making it again. He says, first off, he says, LOL, I'm white. Well, you know, too bad. He says, Lee.
Because we hate white people.
Yeah, he says, Lee, get back to your fucking reviews. I'm not doing that, so too bad. Sorry, dude.
I'm bringing about a retirement on my channel at some point, so look for that. Right, Lee?
Yeah. I get, well, not really on a retirement. I'm just kind of helping you.
Well, kind of. Are you really helping me though?
I'm gonna give you the fucking beer tube street cred for what that's fucking worth.
He's basically like Hogan. He'll come back every now and
then. Dude, Patton Oswalt has a skit where not skit. It was a story about how like when he was doing like some VH1 like story shit. And like he was making fun of Paris Hilton, and they were like asking him jokes, and he's like, "Oh no, skull fucker with AIDS." And then you're like, "Oh wait a minute, what do you really mean?" Be like, "No, I hope you guys have AIDS 13 times over." And that's like what Lee has turned into. It's like, "Hey Lee, do this thing." Like, "Fuck you, fuck this guy, fuck you. You're not cool, fuck you." You know what I mean? It's fantastic.
Paul is in the chat and he says the beer analysis is just proof that Prince Edward Island gets no good beers.
Close enough.
Yeah, well, and you know it's not that far from the truth, really. They have some good ones, but not really a lot.
Some good beers coming out of there, but they're not nationally available or anything.
Yeah, they're really the fucking short end of the stick when it comes to the provinces, unfortunately.
Molson Triple X.
Well, yeah, I guess I got that. He also says every time I went back, we always got a guy that loved beer and was happy. We had a lot of good shit and went to a beer fest. It was fantastic. And 93 garbage all day.
And Paul, check your messages if you wanted.
You shouldn't have told him that.
You figure it in his own.
He's a vampire. You invited him in. We're all fucked now.
Mm-hmm.
He might be at work.
Yeah, the title of the movie was "Let the Right One In," not, you know. I watched Paul paint a picture today.
I watched it too. It was fucking fantastic.
It's like Metal Bob Ross.
Yeah, it was great.
What a great fucking, what a great skill. You know what? I think PA Brew News needs to fucking expand to PA Paint News or something like that. Fucking just do a whole thing.
PA stands for painting.
I like how he subtly and not so subtly at the end tried to, if you guys want to buy it, just send me some money.
It's for sale, motherfucker.
Support me on my Patreon.
Pretty much, but with the painting.
Well, that's what he needs to do. He needs to give himself a Patreon, and then, you know, if one of the tiers would be you get like a new picture every fucking month or something like that, new painting.
Nude picture, yeah.
Yeah, that too. Whatever you're into, I'm sure he'd do it.
Oh, he'd do it all right.
But you know what? But in all honesty, that's fucking some good fucking skill that he's got there. You know what? I really like that fucking.
He says he's at work at the moment.
Yeah. We're gonna need you to settle down, Chris. We're gonna need you to settle down.
You know what? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give the guy credit.
That's on him.
That's all it is. Right? Some good fucking shit there.
I don't think you're getting a free painting, Chris. Just quit it.
Fuck, I want one. God damn it. Son of a bitch. All right, it sucked. I hate that channel. I'm just kidding. That was good.
I will say though, Paul, I think you realized it, but like the volume of your voice was very, very low when you were doing the painting. It was tough to understand. Not that we needed to understand you, because you're probably just making fun of everyone, but just for future reference.
Fucking
What you need to
technical video guy now. He's in the game.
yeah.
No, my shit.
You gotta up your volume and you gotta change your voice. And...
Yeah, I need you to clean your glass, Paul. All the glass cleaning, please.
I mean, like, listen to this fucking professional here, Stone Cold. Like within like the second video is like, oh yeah, I took this background down because no one could fucking see it.
Yeah,
anyway,
no,
so, you know.
well, I mean, it was pretty terrible, but yeah, no, I took it down.
What you need to do is
that background could still be there potentially. We just don't see it. I mean, really.
Yeah, I'm big.
What
I'm
he
pretty
needs-
big. I take up the entire picture.
You know what needs to go right on that entire wall, right under the beer cans, is a green screen.
Oh shit, I should. And then Chris
please,
will fuck with me, and I'm not on board.
Please.
It'd be like Jamie's gifts, but like times 1,000. That's nothing I'm looking forward to. So nope.
Come on.
You just have, and so you know, and you don't need any like specific, like super detailed pictures behind you going on. It's like you can just have like a sort of a almost like a Windows screensaver background going on in the background there, you know. So you don't have to necessarily
blue screen of death, man. Just a blue screen of death behind you at all times.
Should just like blow up one of the like pictures that JB took. That's hilarious of someone and just throw it up behind me.
Yeah,
the best thing. Well, maybe one on each side.
You could just have a GIF of Chris Peters acting like a doofus. No one's ever done that before.
That or just a prolapsed asshole. That would be nice.
Well, that's already
I'm already here.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
already here. I'm right here.
When in doubt, go for the prolapsed asshole.
Weren't you supposed to have some content at some point?
Rosebud.
What happened to that? I mean, Ewer came through today, buddy, even though it was fucking absolutely horrific in every sense of the word. And the scenery was beautiful.
I have yet to see yours content, so we'll see.
You don't want to see it. It's like outside of a hotel.
Plus, nobody's tagged me. Nobody's tagged me in a video, to my knowledge. So.
Oh shit! I didn't know you weren't tagged. I would have tagged you.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Yeah.
I know Greg is channel.
He doesn't.
Top five beers that Greg would drink while having sex.
Greg has a channel. He's got content. Everything's hidden right now. But
there's just videos of Fat
would've-
Greg unloading Joe's beer.
I would have totally tagged you, but I didn't think you were going to do it. So
I think Greg is actually Jace Westcott. So.
Did you say unloading my beer? Is that what you said?
Well, unpacking a beer mail from Joe. Jesus, Joe, don't be so picky.
No, I didn't know what you meant by that. You are Greg after all. Just to clarify. That's it.
Paul says he had he's going to readjust his camera, try to get closer so you can see and hear more. What you need to do is just invest in like a good microphone, like a fucking, even just like a cheap good microphone, like a fucking Blue Snowball or whatever.
Not even that. Honestly, if he's going to be paying like that, just get a cheap fucking $5 lab mic.
Like
Matt's. You clip on,
It
and
works.
then yeah.
Although I don't think Matt's is probably cheap, but you could,
But, I mean, that's
well.
probably what Bob Ross was doing, unless he had a boom mic over him. I don't remember.
Bob Ross totally had a boom mic over him. Painting those happy little trees with a lav mic, probably not.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Bob Ross still alive?
No,
he's dead.
He passed away.
He's reincarnated in Paul, though.
He's resting in a happy little graveyard with like nice little gravestones.
No, it was a kind of a fucking big deal when he died. I can't believe you fucking robbed that bank and he got shot. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking. It was a real turn, like no one expected it. You know?
It was a real life heel turn. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was like I guess that PBS show really wasn't paying the bills. Like what the fuck?
He put Hogan joining the NWO to shame. It was unbelievable. That's Bob Ross. He's got a gun.
I couldn't get that Bob Ross heat, brother.
He got a gun,
and he died of cancer.
Oh, you made it so
We're having a
depressing.
lighthearted, fun moment here. What?
Oh, Paul mentioned it in the comments. I'm like, oh,
Baby doll, he's got chemo.
God damn.
Come on.
it just got dark.
Paul, we were trying to have fun here.
Fucking ruined it.
Buzzkill.
Oh, hey, Ethan Flair in the comments.
I mean,
baby.
Paul, you could have said something like he David Carradined out, like he strangled himself in a closet while fucking Taiwanese ladyboys or something. You know, like Jesus, dude.
Well, to be fair, who hasn't done that at some point in their life?
Fair enough.
Oh God.
You haven't lived until then.
I'm not on board on that train. Sorry.
Yeah, I think David Carradine experienced everything. David Carradine must have experienced everything you could experience in life. It was just like, but time to die.
Yeah, and he choked himself to death while fapping.
Didn't someone else die the exact same way not shortly thereafter that?
You probably need to be more specific.
Jerking off and hanging themselves.
Wasn't it?
No, I mean not like that. I meant like there's a person.
Yeah,
what band was it? Was
lead singer of In Excess or whatever his name?
In Excess, yeah.
Oh, Michael Hutchins.
No.
I think he hung himself, didn't he?
Yeah. What wasn't it true that dude couldn't taste anything? Like his tongue didn't work or whatever.
That's what she said.
Yo,
I
sure.
thought I read that somewhere.
It's not working. Sorry, baby.
Well, that might have been an urban legend, like Candyman or some shit, you know.
Candyman is real.
Oh, we've got good news to announce. Ethan Flair's gonna be a daddy.
What?
Yeah, shut your whore mouth, Greg. He's not. He's fucking. God damn it, Greg.
Jesus, Joe! Wow.
You can't listen. You don't joke around like that, Greg. Ethan Flair is the most classiest beer tuber of all time. You just can't fuck around like that.
Oh, this is the hill you die on, Joe.
I do. Ethan beer reviews hill. That's what
yeah, they're having a baby.
Yeah,
Whoever
his friend Caroline and her husband.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
she and
Brad.
both of them actually were in a bunch of his reviews, but it's not Ethan's. It could be.
Well, we assume it's Ethan.
Could be.
He snaked his way in there.
I see what you did there.
You know, it's amazing though, because before his sperm impregnated her, he actually kept it in the back of his car in the hot sun for a couple hours.
It's like that colony of walruses somewhere where the beta males will distract the alpha male so that they can have sex with females.
Yeah, you know a little bit too much about walruses.
Right? Like,
That's you don't just drop nuggets like that randomly and get away with it. What the
Cuckoo. Holy fuck. Paul says Jesus is a massive urban legend.
Dude.
I'm sort of.
It's going on out
What are you
Yeah, I heard Jesus has a hook for his hand, and he was a slave that was killed by bees.
Okay.
That's his legend. That's his urban legend.
Urban legend.
You say Jesus' name 5 times in the mirror, and he shows up, and you get really depressed.
That's Beetlejuice.
No, Beetlejuice.
Oh, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is entertaining. Wait, which Beetlejuice you talking about? You talking about fucking Michael Keaton or that little freak on the Stern Show?
Hey, that
I don't know. I just thought of Mac McCurn.
totally different.
that little freak has his own sex tape.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah,
No need
Greg,
for
that
that.
was that for some reason. Good job, Greg.
Jeff Jarrett broke a fucking
There you
guitar
go.
over his head at one point too. Yeah.
He totally did. I remember that. Was
Yeah, I
that
saw
in,
it.
WCW? Or was that in TNA? Lee.
No, that was
I'll say it was WCW.
WCW.
All right, you have the slap nut shirts and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So the Dudley
sounds like a
inducted into the Hall of Fame this week.
Who was that?
Dudley
The Dudley
Boys.
Boys were inducted into
Oh, yeah.
the Hall of Fame at WrestleMania.
So was Kid Rock.
Yeah, Kid Rock, that guy that's really associated with wrestling. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's
Anybody watched Andre Doc yet?
No, I haven't. I have
Oh.
it ready to go later tonight. I can't wait. Have you seen it, Matt?
No, but I mean the people that made it, I'm fucking.
Yep.
I'd be surprised if it was bad. I mean,
It's
the people that
probably
made it
fantastic.
are some of the best documentary makers, and not just the best. They made it because they gave all the shits. You know what I mean? Like literally, like when they made that doc and they got towards the end of the doc and they needed a bit of kind of information, they legitimately flew to France and just started showing pictures to people at doors, going, "Is this you? Is this you in the picture
Wow,
here?
that's
Can we
sweet.
talk to you?" You know what I mean? Like that's the level they went in that documentary to try to find people from there, and they would like literally, so they landed and they went there with, because it's HBO, so they give them like make good shit, here's your money. So they flew there and they're like, got pictures, black and white pictures, and they just bought a bunch of wine and fruit and stuff, and be like, hey, is this you in a picture? Would you like a bottle of wine and some fruit? Let's talk. You know what I mean? Like the people that were in there, like, oh, that guy, he lives in a village 9 miles that way, and they fucking run over there and be like, is this you? So like, yeah, I'm blowing it up in my brain. Hopefully it lives up to the hype, but we'll see. I heard it's not super happy. There's sadness, but
but I mean, that's kind of his life in a nutshell.
Yeah. And the coolest thing about it is one of the other things that I heard, because the guy who did it and listened to his podcast a lot, is that and this is the coolest thing about it, is that they only put in the doc what people were adamant about happened. Nothing like mythology wise. They're like, oh, he did this, oh, he did that, that's what he did. They were like, no, we're not going to put it in unless someone's like, no, that really fucking happened. This is when it happened. This is the date it happened. That's when it happened. Not like people just saying, oh yeah, he drank this many beers, or he had 2 hearts, or he did this fucking, you know what I mean, like crazy shit about him. They were like, you know what I mean, really kind of like, not, I wouldn't want to say thorough, but kind of, they're homers, but with a purpose.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys talking about the Andre the Giant doc?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotcha.
So they basically fact checked for the most part and just didn't.
They fact check, but you can't fact check at all. You have to go with a little bit of gut instinct.
Yeah, well, the things that made the most sense. You're
talking about a person that's dead, and then you're talking about people in the industry who don't live long. So you have to follow a trail. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be like, okay, how are we going to make this happen? Because, even when they're trying to talk to people who are alive, Bobby Heenan couldn't talk. He was pretty much bedridden, almost dead at that point. So there's people that even were alive when the documentary was happening that couldn't actually like tell stories or do anything about it. So it's like you have to find a balance to it.
And you don't want to ask a guy like Hulk Hogan, because it's like, oh, Andre put me over that night, brother. He was really sick and he died the next day.
That night in front of 730 billion people, we fucking did it. And it's like, whoa, wait, when did the number rise? What are you talking about, Hogan? He likes to
embellish a little bit.
Just a bit, Hogan.
Kind of like Ewart.
Yeah.
Like definitely like Ewart.
Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit like Ewart. Yeah.
Ewart is an embellishment.
Now you can say "fuck me" in person.
I think you already said it.
There you go. That's what I was expecting to fuck you back.
2 minutes of fuck you, Nix. I like it.
Welcome to Post Analysis. Fuck you.
There were no fuck you raining on your parade, just in the description is all.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wanted to give him the credit of like actually doing in the video. Fuck that guy.
I like your avatar. Fuck, it's fantastic. It's almost as good as mine.
Yeah, Chris's is pretty fucking good.
Yep.
How's my mic? I left my headphones at home this week, so
slightly quiet, but okay.
All right, good.
Are you painting a picture right now?
Yes.
With his dick.
I'm doing a paint shop. Took an avatar and adding clouds, little happy clouds and rainbows. They'll be on Raw J's dick.
Whoa.
Whoa. What the fuck? Yeah. What the
Not
that was
that.
random. No, that was very random.
I think you might have just offended somebody. The only reason Rod just laughed there is because everyone else laughed. I think he was kind of taken aback all of a sudden. What the fuck?
I know. Well, he doesn't get any shit. And there, he just popped up on my screen. I'm like, oh, there's Rod J. I'm Rod J.
Who set you up with the Brazilian steakhouse, my friend?
I know. Thank you for that. And in return, I'm gonna like, well, I'm gonna paint something on your screenshot.
Yeah, forgive him, Rod. Ewart has infatuation with penises, so that's I think more so than anything else.
I do. When you don't have one, all I can like is just be jealous.
Now it's all making sense.
Yeah.
Are you drinking some
professional? He's got.
Are you drinking some Creature Comforts? I'm just going to cut you off because I don't want to hear you. You drinking some Creature Comforts down there? with plurals? Comforts?
I tried, but I could swear that she must have given me the wrong drink because I've had Tropicalia before, and then I'll say, I'll take Tropicalia on draft. I'm like, yeah, but it was so shit. It tastes like fucking Sam Adams. It was not good.
Oh,
like this is not Tropicalia, and if it was terrible.
You're speaking of Sam Adams. I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
oh boy.
It was so
Segway.
So malty that it's just like there's no way this is Tropicalia. There's no way it is.
Did you tell her that, or did you just continue to drink it and just not care?
Dude, this place you don't argue with them, but
hey, E-Spot is here.
Like, yeah, it's not. I mean, I was sound like the absolute biggest douchebag. It's like this is not Tropicalia. What is this? I didn't want to do that. I'm like,
I mean, you don't have to do it in a douchey way. I mean, that seems more on you than anything.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you don't have to be an asshole about it.
Can you do anything and not be a douche?
No, he cannot. No, literally, he cannot. He is the biggest piece of trash on this panel right now, and it's not even close.
And
but he's our piece of trash, so it's okay.
Yeah, he makes me look good. Like that's why he uses
our piece of trash.
Me as an avatar
my avatar makes you look good. Oh,
Greg, you're not a piece of trash. You're just fucking super.
Is that a dad joke of some sort? Like,
you're not a piece of
oh,
Joe, thank you. More loving words have never been chosen, and I'm glad that you have a #1 super fan.
Oh. I love every single review. Where's your uniform? I love it.
It's gonna be every single review for the rest of your days, Joe. That's gonna be it.
No, and I'll respond to every single time you leave the comment. It's gonna get a response.
Until one day, Joe. Until one day for a Halloween special, you appear in uniform, and then all will be well.
If Jamie didn't exist, I'd consider it. But I don't need him.
Do you want to go back in time? Do you want to go back in time and abort Jamie?
Jamie doesn't exist.
I'm saying if I'm allowed to wear a uniform, then yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Jace Westcott, aka Jamie, does not exist.
Only get
Chris called him out. Chris shouted him out or tagged him in the so I mean we'll see if Jace does it.
What is this? What is this? Your Jamie doesn't exist, Jace Westcott doesn't exist. Is this like some sort of fucking impersonation inception kind of thing? Like fake character inception?
It turns out every single person on this panel is actually just part of Chad's imagination.
Jesus. Well, that explains some things. I guess.
Chad wishes he was this creative.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave Matt in charge. Agree.
Why?
Live it up. Do it.
Hey, Matt.
Everybody alternative.
Okay, everybody tell the worst jokes they could possibly tell in the history.
Hey, Matt, don't you think we should all take our shirts off? Yeah.
No,
okay, so why did the pirate go on vacation?
Why, Lee?
So he could get a little R and R.
I got one ready. This is gonna get his channel turned off today, right?
That's like the most dad joke ever, and you could not control himself.
I knew that would probably.
Because yours the most dad ever.
Okay, this is gonna be hard to follow that one up now. But
did I just kill yours?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, what did the one tampon say to the other tampon?
Whoa, having a bloody good time.
Buddy? Well, come on now, Chris, you gross motherfucker. Say that
the what?
Nothing. They're both stuck up cunts.
No. I have one better.
Wow.
I have one better. The wait. No, I told you guys the joke about the wall, right? Before. Make sure I don't fuck shit up.
Our memories.
I don't know if this is part of the joke or not. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Whatever. I'm not gonna tell you because you might not get over it.
Oh,
for fuck's
See,
sake.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. God damn you.
I got that from Fraggle Rock, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Did you say Fraggle Rock?
Yeah, I just said Fraggle Rock.
Yo, I haven't
my
seen Fraggle
God.
Rock in a long time, but
see, to this day, I still think I can eat like crystal like pipes.
Yeah. Methamphetamine.
He's never-
Rare human beings can do this.
he never grew out of it. Like everyone by the time they were like, we're nowhere, we can't do that.
You'd later learn that's basically what Walter White was making in his lab. He just did it in sheets instead of
Better.
tubes.
Just some puppet guy was on crank.
That's why that's why you never see their eyes. You just had construction albums like, oh, you can't see my eyes because it's a bad scene.
Yeah, I got to keep this job, buddy. You can't see my eyes.
That's why we don't allow like tinted glasses at my place of employment. Yeah, because you don't want to see these eyes.
Speaking of your place of employment, how's that bourbon mash Crown Royal?
Oh, geez, how embarrassing! You told us where he worked. I thought he worked for 40 Creek, though.
Jesus, Greg, put your shirt back on, please.
Well, I do work for 40 Creek. In fact, I sell them the alcohol we distill. Yeah. Wait, what? No, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I agree with that.
You're unraveling the lie of the Canadian whiskey industry.
I thought you were John Hall, first generation whiskey maker, now retired.
No, I'm not. But I have the same hairstyle. I got the ponytail.
I should probably get to the comments because this is really going nowhere.
You should also ask Greg to put his shirt back on because this is fucking just not.
Listen, I only listen to the person in charge, and the person in charge does not ask me.
All it is Paul and Ethan go back and forth, right? Is that all it is?
No, there's some more stuff here. Craig's in here. Kenpy Review says Jesus' favorite food is steaks. That's a pretty good joke.
I believe it.
He nailed it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, Christ.
Wow. Jesus Christ, that's the best.
Rod, what are you doing?
Oh, that's a great he really hoisted it up there for everybody to see. It's pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
I feel crossed.
All right, we need to stop while we're ahead.
That's the best joke we've come across.
Okay. Obviously, Peter's still not writing your jokes, Nick. Ethan says, "I'm reading the Bible right now," and Paul says, "Heavy breathing from Ethan." Ethan says, "Yeah, too much beer and pizza. He's 400 pounds now. Don't fat shame him." Okay.
Why not?
Ethan wants to know what the tasty drinks we're having are tonight.
Ewart. I'm drinking Ewart right now.
Drinking a Ewart? Or are you drinking a Michelob Ultra?
No, it's Ewart. This is Ewart in a bottle.
Nobody wants a Michelob Ultra?
Yeah, blood of Christ.
Yeah, I know this taste anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not drinking anything right now. I got to go get some beer here soon. Ethan says, I picked up Cameron's Bach 2012. They released recently. They released that recently? Their 2012 Bach?
What?
Okay.
Yo, Ethan, they better have a cellar age that one at your local bottle shop for about 5 years.
Ethan backs up the claim that he is many years behind on everything. Now he's talking about like he's 6 years behind.
What is that, deviator?
On beer? Holy shit.
I think it's
wow.
Yeah, I think so, and I think his DNS is like time traveling or something. Like he's actually in the past. He's actually in 2012 right now.
You know, he's a Terminator. He's Ethanator, going back in time to fucking destroy the beers.
Go back in time to
come with these.
Going back in time to. He's got to go back in time to impregnate his own mother, just like Back to the Future.
Yeah,
Jesus, Greg.
My Jesus. I don't think that was quite the plot of Terminator, but we'll go with it.
No, it's like a Terminator Back to the Future parody.
Put your fucking shirt back on, Greg, please. I'm good.
Craig says
you're not in charge, Joe.
Craig says been enjoying all these favorite top 5 beer style videos. Loved your nominations, Lee. Well, thank you, sir.
Who said that?
Craig, Kenpy Reviews.
Fuck you for not saying that I was the best.
Well, you weren't the best,
but I was.
The only thing you had going for you was brevity, thankfully. Right. Ethan says, "How do you like that antic, Matt?"
It's fucking delicious, actually.
Some from Jack. It's
what style of beer is that?
It's an Imperial Porter. And actually is an Imperial Porter. It's not stout. It's Jackie O's with Toll.
Ooh, Jackie
O's. And it's an Imperial Porter brewed with honey in Asian bourbon barrels. So, but it's I mean, Jackie O's barrel aged program is one of the best in the country, I think. And Toll, they don't fuck around when it comes to barrel aged beers or stouts in general. So, I mean, it's fucking, it's sweet. It's very sweet, but it's fucking fantastic.
They are
not for Jackie O's at all.
Jackie O's has a fuck off. Jackie O's, he just you're being a douche. Jackie O seems to use honey for like. Don't they do another one? Would you honey and a couple other? They seem to use honey a lot.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because usually when honey's in beer, not necessarily like I don't know how to put it. When people usually put honey in beer, more specifically hop forward stuff, it doesn't come off like sweet. Like to me, it comes off like fatty, like almost like butter. But I don't know why. But this is. It's like a residual sweetness thing in this. It's not necessarily honey, it's just kind of extra sweetness, which kind of makes sense. But it's really sweet, but it makes sense that it's really sweet. It's like, why get on a ride if you know it's going to be a roller coaster? Like, if you drink this, you're going to be like, yeah, it's super fucking sweet, but it's a fucking honey stout from 2 fucking bourbon barrel aged fucking crazy breweries. Like, of course it's going to be fucking sweet. So, and that. In and of itself works in my brain, but it's delicious. I love Jackie O's. Their barrel age program to me is Mount Rushmore level.
I love Jackie O's too. I think they're one of the most underrated nationwide barrel age programs. I mean, to me, I wouldn't call them Firestone Walker level, but they are, as far as when you like talk about there's very few misses in the barrel age series that they do.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, Firestone Walker is like, I mean, who Avery, Firestone Walker, and then brewery maybe. That's like, I mean, then there's.
I put the brewery makes some huge beers, but on the overall like sort of the median, I'd say Jackie O's to me is above the brewery. Avery is a great sort
You're
of.
Probably right.
Avery's a great sort of like. But they make such big high. They're unique because their beers, their barrel aged beers, is so super high gravity, whereas Jackie O's is not at that level, but makes equally tasty, really impressive beers. Just like, but Avery's like a whole other level because they're nuts.
Avery's like almost like Mecca. Like if you want to go to a barrel aged Mecca, you just go to fucking like I've known a bunch of people like bar owners or brewery reps or people that are in the industry, like they go to GABF, they never step foot in the fucking conference hall. They kind of go there and do what they need to do real quick to like glad hand people, then they immediately leave and just hang out in fucking Avery all day and just hang out there and do shit like that. Like, it's definitely on my bucket list of breweries I want to travel to.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Avery's non-barrel aged stuff is pretty damn good too, and they switch it up quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's amazing how like little respect they get, honestly, across the nation. Like Avery is like top to bottom. I would put them up against anybody
because they don't make the hazy IPA, and I'm not trying to say that just to be like an asshole. But their small beers are fantastic, but they just don't skew to the new school beer drinker. Mm-hmm. People will catch up to that flavor profile, but right now they just don't make that, nor do they give a shit. You know what I mean? Which is fantastic.
But is that their ego though? Are they being resistant to it? You know,
I don't think so, because you see breweries like we saw, like Green Flash just went under, Smutty Nose went under. There's breweries going under that aren't smart enough to fucking change.
$30 now.
Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, I don't know the insides and outs of their finances, but
they're like not considered crap because they took 30% in.
The what?
But that's okay. Yeah. They took in 30%. They're not even considered craft now.
No, when Avery isn't considered craft, then I'm fucking done.
What?
You know what I mean?
Brewers. Yeah, I know what you're saying because I still buy them. They're still
Avery?
good.
What are you talking about?
Avery Brewing.
Are you doing Game Day right now? Give it, please. Sorry,
they gave up one of their steaks that are not actually considered craft now.
How?
That was the whole big thing. How people were going to adjust to Avery because they took a check
from who?
I think it was from
Who's paying them?
EP or from one of the other groups. It was one of the groups brought a steak in. Now, let me see here.
That's hot garbage talk right there. Yeah, no, Avery.
San Miguel, just like Founders did. That's who they.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
30%, just like Founders. But again,
People still buy Founders too. So,
well, that's if you
But
care
San
what the
Miguel,
Brewers Association says.
the San Miguel check is an entrance fee into Western Europe. It's not a buyout of the company. It's actually getting your beers and overseas. You have to look at where the money's coming from. You know what I mean? Like Dogfish Head. Dogfish Head has taken investors. Like there's breweries that have taken investors, but you have to understand. Like the San Miguel is basically that's their shtick. We get a portion of your stock, which is just money. And then you get beers in Western Europe, Spain, Portugal, France, the whole nine. That's why they're doing that. So that's different than a buyout.
It's more.
So Brewers Association is like a bunch of people sitting around figuring out what rule should make what. They're like BJC.
I know what you're saying. I agree. I'm just saying that's how they're kind of looked at as being that body out there for anybody to fill that spot. People look at the Brewers Association.
By who though?
By the beer world.
By people that pay. No, not by the beer world. By people that pay attention to that bullshit. That's by
the people that actually get respected for. That's why these breweries are putting their labels.
By
on
respect
stuff because
who?
it's the other breweries that are joined together. That's what the Brewers Association is. These small independent breweries.
Well, that's the other portion of the show. Is that a lot of breweries are banding behind the independent craft label thing to try to dumb down and drum down a lot of the bigger breweries. You don't see like a lot of the bigger craft breweries adopting the independent craft beer label. You see a lot of smaller ones doing it, and I seem like it's like a groundswell movement to try to get themselves ahead where they shouldn't be. That's a whole other fucking story. I'm going to talk about that shit for a while, but
because you might have heard this where you're closer to New Jersey where you're at, Matt, but like one of my buddies, he runs Spellbound Brewing. They broke away to form their own group away from the Brewers Association up there.
Well, it wasn't really Spellbound. That was more like Kane, Carton, Magnify, and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean that had nothing that was more the way New Jersey laws kind of.
No. They came out and said they felt they weren't represented by Brew Association. That's why they wanted to form it.
No, they said they weren't represented by New Jersey Craft Beer. They said, dude, they weren't. They said they weren't represented by the New Jersey Craft Beer Guild. That's why they started their own New Jersey Craft Beer Guild. That's why they did what they did. You know what I mean? Because it was like Michael Caine, the guy who owned Cape May. I'm forgetting his name. A Rubber Horse. Augie Carton and those guys, they were the people that were part and parcel of New Jersey Craft Brewers Guild, and then New Jersey's Craft Brewer Guild started to go more distribution based and not focus on breweries that are making their money in the actual brewery from taproom sales and stuff like that. So they felt they had no other recourse other than to start that new guild. That's where that started from. You can check that. That's facts.
It's science.
It is.
What other comments we got, Lee? You were reading them. Well, I don't know if there's any more, I'd imagine.
PA Bruno says, worst joke ever, Joe's palate. He says,
Fish has a fucking banana split beer. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was fun.
With that.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
Yeah, you look like you're having a lot of fun.
It wasn't that great.
Yeah, Paul says, how do you please an Amish woman? 3 men a night.
3 men a night? Oh.
Wow.
Ethan, going back to the Cameron's Doppelbock, he says, let me specify, Deviator Doppelbock that was blended with barrel aged 2012. Oh, okay.
I didn't even know Cameron's was still in business. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Paul says, not pandering to the hype, cashing ADHD craft beer hipster demographic. Then he says strap match in relation to Matt and Rod going at it here. Strap match, Saturday Night Starcade.
Come on, baby.
It's when Paul, like the part where Paul doesn't feel comfortable in the conversation, he makes fun of it. When he's comfortable, he talks about it.
Yeah, there we go.
Paul never feels comfortable. He's actually a very insecure individual.
It's like Daddy just hit Mommy at the dinner table, and everyone just shuts up and keeps eating.
Hey, you
Paul
know
says it
what?
all depends. Shut up, Greg. Paul says it all depends on if you like the brewery or not on a personal level, on whether a brewery retains the micro classification.
No.
Legally not, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, that San Miguel thing, that sounds more on level with who was it that Duval bought into?
Omegang.
Omegang, yeah.
Omegang, Firestone, Walker, and Boulevard.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't blanket cover it the same way. It's like, you know, they like Duvel does that, and they have zero influence, zero touch to the brewery after they bought out. They've literally pulled out, and the brewery has functioned the same exact way. It's not the same.
Well, the problem you run into is that you can't have a bigger brewery, or however they describe it in the Brewers Association rules, where another conglomerate buys you. That's where it runs into. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah, but the problem is you're actually using the Brewers Association rules as a fact, as a finite, as a jumping off point for what everybody is thinking. But just because the Brewers Association thinks that way and what they do doesn't make it right. So you just can't say that's what the Brewers Association thinks and that's what it is.
Well, what other? There's no other way to really, I guess.
Right, because there's no other really.
No, there is.
Well,
there
what would it be?
No, there is.
Like legally or officially, what would it be?
I mean, it's not like rule out there like the government said. This makes bourbon.
Legally and officially has nothing to do with it. We're talking about perception about what people talk about beer. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I've talked about it in reviews before. It's like the old adage from the 70s when the Supreme Court justice was presented with pornography, and he said, "I don't know what it is, but I know when I see it." That's what it is when it comes to craft beer. You know what craft beer is when you see it. You don't have to have it defined to you, and if you see it and you think it's one way, I don't understand.
Well, see, this is the thing. Like, if you pull out the headlines out there, does craft beer definition go down the drain with Avery? The latest craft beer out buyout is Colorado's Avery Brewing. Avery Brewing sells 30% out. All these type of things out there because there's no body that says what craft beer is. It is open to interpretation of which you may interpret it as. But when people look at someone to say, hold on, when they look at stuff for someone to say what defines craft beer, it's like in Cincinnati, we had a guy sue Walmart because he said they were selling stuff that wasn't really craft beer and they were calling it craft beer because of the ownership thing. So, and they probably, I think they said there's no definitive ownership to say what exactly it is, but the Brewers Association guidelines where a lot of people lean to because they kind of see that out there with the no more than, the 30% stake, no more, 25. They certain limits it, but they have problems with the Brew Association. Like they moved the barrels for Sam Adams to keep them in years past, and they did another move that switched it up. So you have a lot of discrepancy in there.
I hate to say it, man, but maybe there needs to be a macro, micro craft definition. We have everything black, white.
There needs to be a meso group.
Well, the guys in between, like the founders, to me, it's not macro, but at the same time, I understand it doesn't meet the historical definition of craft because they have been bottom, they are big, and maybe there's something to be said because they have become a little more corporate, but at the same time, they're not dealing we're going to be super advertising and watered down and you're dealing to lowest common denominator type consumer. Right. Well, Founders and Avery still make a damn good product, but they're not traditionally craft. Same with Sam Adams. They're sort of like the in-betweens. Like they should be micro.
Yeah, that's why some people call them crafty beers. Now
right. You mentioned all like as far as like association making rules and all that stuff. Similarly, take the last 10 beers you reviewed and go back and see what BJCP tells you about them. And see if you're in line with what BJCP, because it's similar as far as the rules. They're trying to make rules and trying to pigeonhole something that's fluid or organic. So you go back and see when you talk about beers, and you go back and see what BJCP says, you're going to disagree with them. So you're talking about someone that's trying to rein in style and trying to rein in borders and trying to compartmentalize beer. You're talking about the same thing when it comes to the Brewers Association, when they have they have things that they need to push, and it's not going to be the drinker wants or what the general public perceives. So if you look at that, look at how you see the Brewers Association as being an end-all be-all of information and throwing down the gauntlet, and then look at BJCP, you'll see like, well, BJCP was viewed as this one at one time, and they were reviewed at that. Now nobody gives a fuck about BJCP because beer has evolved past that. It's the same thing. It's the fucking same thing, man. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they have issues with it. I'm not always a fan of the Brew Association, but for lack of there actually being an official body, people kind of look at it as an applied body. Look at the biggest beer festival is Great American Beer Fest, and they usually go by the Brew Association guidelines for a lot of their stuff out there.
Yeah, but the biggest restaurant in the history of mankind is McDonald's. No one gives a shit about their tasting points.
Hey,
and
when that McRib comes back, people get Who was breathing like that?
Fucking Greg, put your shirt back on and fucking act like you don't weigh $7 bills, please. Jesus Christ.
Joe, you're not in charge. You can't tell me.
Yeah, Greg, put your shirt back on.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right, motherfucker.
I'm technically in charge.
God damn it.
Don't show
I
me
get
penis
your point there, Matt, as well. I mean,
Nick is such a fucking dick.
Issue with the Brewer Association.
I know, and I get your too. I honestly put very little.
I tell you what, I hope people stop drinking Avery so I can get more of it, though. I tell you that. I'll go buy all.
I get put very little credence into the Brewers Association propaganda, what they say. But I think their association is important because without it, there's not a centralized entity to kind of move beer forward. But I also think that they're a little bit more context when it comes to what they want to do as far as their importance, as far as what they want to push.
I'm going to chime in as a Canadian. It sounds like the fucking beer drama south of the border is pretty fucking strong.
It's not even beer drama. This is we're talking about legal shit.
Yeah.
As far as like.
Well, I'll tell you, some Facebook groups that are like some of the craft beer groups that some of us are in, if you post a non-craft beer, you post a Goose Island or you post a Wicked Weed, people will lose their shit in there. Like, that's not craft beer. Why are you putting that here? It gets crazy.
Oh my God. Wicked Weed was botto, blah, blah, blah. Goose Island was botto. Like, fuck. Can't people just drink the shit that they want? But
no.
You're not. This is 2018. You're not allowed to drink or eat or wear or do whatever you want unless there's criticism at some point.
Not anymore.
Put in the box. You'd be a craft beer drinker or you'd be a macro beer fucking piece of shit. So it's one or the other.
I literally don't give a rat's ass what people want to drink, especially when it comes to craft beer. Drink what you like. If it's regular beer, drink what you like. It's your fucking money.
What concerns me
palate, drink whatever.
That Rod is worried about people drinking all the Avery beer when he has fucking Ryan.
That is a concern.
And all this other shit. All like. By the way, did you know that Sabretooth came out in cans recently? It's fucking awesome.
The what came out in cans?
Sabretooth Tiger.
All right, so.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, we have Sabretooth. Yeah, Sabretooth. They released a few of their stuff in cans on the seasonal base. They just came out with Squirrel Nut Brown Ale as well.
Well, what the hell is you were still doing here? Doesn't he have a swim meet to be at?
All right.
You got drowned out by Greg on that one. You were.
I did.
You fucking piece of shit.
So what you said to Rob though. I mean, just because Rod has a good brewery locally, he's not allowed to like a brewery out of state as much as he does and wants to
Well, I
drink
mean,
it.
I don't see why he should concern himself so much with, like,
That's
oh, I
what he
need to
likes
have all the
Avery.
Avery when I can have all the Ryan guys, which, I mean, I know they're not the same, but, like, you talk about, like, the stables, the standards, like, Ryan guy stacks up, but then you start getting into, we get into the limited stuff, like, Avery is very exceptional with their barrel-aged program, far more than Ryan guys. It isn't okay, I'll give it that, but, like, I wouldn't sweat the standards.
No, I mean it's different beers. Like here, even some people don't like Ryan guys here because they're more of an IPA type brewery. So some get tired of them, so they go to bed.
Some people are fucking idiots over there.
The beauty is there's like whatever 6,300 breweries now, and fucking everybody has local breweries that produce beer, and a lot of them make awesome beer. There's a lot of awesome stuff to get. I get the whole like not worrying about other stuff, but if you really like Avery, man,
I
would say it really because I went through, but yeah, I'll drink Avery though.
But I wouldn't put like Avery's like White Rascal and their fucking brown ale up against like Ryan. It's even money. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, I have to have that stuff. It's not that great.
Yeah,
I
don't know too many people just fucking pounding out White Rascal on a regular basis, probably outside of Colorado. You know what I mean? Like it's. Probably most of the base beer is still very, very well locally there, I would think.
And Rush is a great double IPA, but like Ryan Geist is fucking great for hoppy shit. You know?
Yeah, you should get their Striker. If you ever see their Striker, make sure you get it. Their double IPA. It comes out seasonally. It's really good.
Yeah, Avery, what is it, Lilikoi Capolo? That's my jam.
That's really good.
Well, that's a seasonal though, isn't it? Or did they make that year round? I want to say it's spring, summer seasonal. That shit's great.
We did Avery. I thought you had said it was a year round or something now.
I think they changed it to year round, which I understand why they did.
Yeah.
That's probably the best fruit beer I've had from everybody.
Yeah.
What I liked recently when I was at Ryan Geist last was Hustle. That's a great IPA.
Yeah, Hustle, named after Pete Rose.
Yeah. And actually, maybe I'm biased. I bought a Hustle t-shirt because I just like a very simplistic logo. And
yeah. I'll be at Mad Tree
tomorrow night.
I'll be at Mad Tree tomorrow night. They'll have some good beers.
I just decided to crack open a IP number 5. Of course you know that number. IP number 5, Rob. You know what I'm saying?
You've never had that before, have you?
I can't remember. Tell me about it.
Chris, what's your canning date on that?
March 26th.
I got April 3rd, motherfucker.
Fucking delicious anyway.
Drain pour.
What, 2 weeks. How many hours has it been since the last cannon that you had?
He said how many hours? Like the fucking guy's calculating in his mind right now.
You might have a journal.
That was like 17 hours.
He's doing the math in his head right now.
Perfect on that beer. 3 weeks.
No.
I had one earlier today because I had to do it for my video.
I approximately consumed it in 17 minutes and 23 seconds. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe Chris is like that, though, with the IPA number 5, since he mentions it all the time. Pisses off Rod in the process. Every time.
Has that beer hit south of the border at all? Or
Yeah, it's here.
You guys got it? Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, you're just right over, right?
I asked about it at the liquor store here tonight.
But they got in the fucking another country.
What they say, Nick?
I asked about it at the liquor store, and they're not getting it. Well, I mean, they haven't got it yet. They don't know if they're going to get it, and I'm not horribly optimistic they will. But it's kind of stupid. I've been saying it's like Life in the Clouds.
Well, because I think that's their year going to be year round. Their year round like hazy IPA. You'll probably see that soon.
Almost the same.
If it don't show up at NB anytime soon, if it shows up in Nova Scotia first, I'll throw you a couple cans there.
Oh, look at that!
I hope it does to make it here because I'd love to do a BA 101 on it.
I hope it does too because I really don't want to mail you a couple cans. So.
There you go.
Nice.
Now the truth comes out.
I have to get convinced Chris to mail us.
I'm sending a few cans to Lee for review. I expect them to review it publicly.
Yeah, well, then you might as well save your money.
Yeah, when do you guys all get together for Rhino's thing? That in May?
Next month? No, May 25th.
Yeah.
May 25th in my basement.
Not really his basement. It's his building's basement that he
in the hot tub. on the 10th.
And that's where
Oh,
Nick.
yeah.
That's where Nick enjoys taquitos, right?
Let's hope not. And yeah,
No, I'm hoping to
Taquitos
enjoy
anywhere near me.
some. I'm hoping to enjoy some Popeyes while I'm up there.
yeah, whatever's greasy is gonna
Popeyes.
fucking not be ideal for the next
You
day.
enjoy Popeyes?
Yeah, enjoy
have a
Popeyes.
Popeyes here.
They don't go together, you know.
Enjoy it for 30. Enjoy it for the first 30 seconds. Regret it for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's like most fast food though.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean,
Especially
that,
Popeyes. It's like
a lot of fast food tastes good, and like
That
what it is.
Grease helps it slide.
Yeah, about a half an hour later, you're like, why the fuck did I do this to myself?
if you didn't have
Did I do that?
before that, you do now.
Like
Jesus,
Nick,
you were not everyone can afford filet mignon for breakfast.
No, Greg, I'm glad you put your shirt back on, but that was fantastic.
Every once in a while, Greg has a cracker.
Listen, I don't always
Yeah,
have
the rest of the time,
when I
Greg is a
don't-
cracker.
And when I don't, I have ribeye. Which is what I had tonight.
Who is
Ribeye.
Filet Mignon? Is that like your gay hooker that he employs?
That's Stewart's next troll account after
It
Facebook.
is. For what? I'll spell it properly. The PH.
I will go on record as saying that ribeye is better than filet mignon.
I'm with you.
Phil
I'm
Mignon,
with you.
like Phil Collins.
Let Filet touch you.
Well, I
with
mean,
his
doesn't
dick.
ribeye tactically have a small piece of the fillet, right? The fillet.
No,
Isn't
it's
that
a
like-
different part of the cow. It's a different
No,
part
it's
of the cow.
But on the bone, or is it the T-bone that has the small fillet on the one side? It does.
On the one side of the bone.
Yeah, it has like
Well,
the 2 ounces of what the fillet is, which you get the best of both worlds.
It's like meat butter. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
so-
It's like,
so
like
it's
that
hot.
side is like the fucking side you
Dude,
want.
Ribeye and T-bone. I know. Like people, I don't. I guess it's probably a proven fact. I don't know, but they're like, oh, it doesn't. Meat doesn't taste better next to the bone and whatnot. But for me, it totally does.
No,
Yeah,
What are you, a
100%
fucking
it does.
vegetarian? Shut the fuck
I
up.
don't know.
No, yeah, it's like just give me the bone. Right in
I'm
my
not that.
mouth.
I'm not that crazy over a ribeye. I would prefer a nice strip loin. Nice strip
Joe
loin.
said just give
Listen.
it a bone.
I said in my mouth.
Hey, listen, Alex Jones knows what he's talking about. You got to get yourself some of the bone broth.
bone broth.
Listen, baby. Just give me some of that bone, baby.
Just drink yourself a glass of caveman.
Don't
Have some
eat
bone
meat,
broth.
but she sure like the bone, right? You were. You brought that song up, fucking
Listen
like
to Alex
a
Jones.
month
Oh
ago.
yeah.
That,
This is by generation right there.
what was the name of who was the fucking group that sang that?
Which song?
Shit.
She don't eat meat, but she sure likes the bone.
Oh,
Sure likes the bone.
I don't know.
You don't want to like
New Age Girl,
Don't
is
like
that
the
what it is?
bone.
By I can't remember. I don't know. It's fucking like early '90s.
Oh god,
It was
I
girl,
can
it
see
sounds
the album
familiar.
cover in front of me.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have it
geez.
here. It's Dead Eye Dick. New
Then I
Age.
dig, that's it. She don't like the meat, but I sure like the bone.
Yeah.
Dead-eyed dick.
So, what is everyone drinking right now, or has moved on to?
XPA Woodcock Brothers, their
yeah.
latest release. Pretty good. I know Matt. I think they sent you this one, the 6.2 or whatever.
Yeah, they switch that up a lot though, don't they?
Yeah, they do. This is
There
like
you
a
go.
month old though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Averb.
Hey, we're drinking their 1857 Kolsch.
Yeah, it's a Kolsch. Yeah.
It's a Kolsch. God
So what you bought?
bless
2 Kolsch's today?
No, just the one.
Nick Lexus cultures.
Yeah,
Wait, did
Oh
you
yeah,
buy
I
lights?
suppose, yeah, I bought a
Lego treads.
Yo, you might have to revoke your
Fuck
everything
Oak
card
Red.
buying multiple Kolsch's in a single days on you.
So
His favorite desert island beer is a Kolsch.
Yeah, why wasn't that on the list, Nick? What the fuck, man? Clearly, you're hoarding all the Kolsch's like they fucking don't exist anymore.
Kolsch order.
Yeah. Where's the lug truck? It's in cans. Like, settle down.
He's a big lug tread fan.
It's
Lug tread.
So on the beer analysis 101, I did dry hop a Canadian with some homegrown Hallertau, and I
Oh
drank
shit!
It I will admit, it
Don't you want
was-
your hops back?
No, actually, it was a little bit better because I could actually taste something. It was actually a little grassy. Go figure. It was flat as fuck. But I would take my dry hopped Canadian with Hallertau over the shit out of the bottle any day. 100%.
Randall the
It's
Canadian.
still Hallertau, you know what I mean? It's like,
That,
you know.
People literally vomited in a glass and be better than Molson Canadian. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I mean, you could add anything to it; it'd be better. You could fucking add like a fucking pork chop right into it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, bone in.
Don't besmirch pork chops, motherfucker.
Yeah, good job, Jace.
That's kind of like you just took a Viagra to have sex with a really unattractive lady. I mean, it's better now, but is it really worth the Viagra?
Well, here, I mean, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, Greg? Seriously, man.
I know how much of this shit I can grow. So I grow a ton of this shit more than I can use. So a fucking
that's what most people think about their penises, but still.
Wow.
Just stop, Greg. Greg.
Chris Peters killed those women.
Greg, just
offline now.
Yeah, where did you settle down, Greg?
Hey guys, it's me, Greg Scott. I'm now Joe from Northern Tonawanda. Hey, how's it going, eh? Where's Patrol?
You are such a fucking knob. It's unbelievable.
He's like the Canadian version of Terrence and Phillips with an American.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's like all he needs is the fucking flapping head, and it's done.
I wish I had the talent, but can please somebody make me an animated avatar of that?
Physics.
By the way, I'm drinking a Dragon's Milk from New Holland.
Oh, such a good beer, man.
It's a shelf turd.
It's a super shelf turd, but it's delicious.
It's the best I can find in terms of a stout when I'm in fucking Atlanta. Everything's like
Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta?
You're in ATL? You're in
dude, I just got a bunch of Atlanta beers, man. Go to did you try Monday Night Brewing?
No, I will next week. I'm with a bunch of colleagues, so we're out at
he will on Monday.
Monday night.
He's fucking them all.
Scofflaw.
What did you say?
Scofflaw on Monday night are the two big ones.
Well, I'm gonna go to like Porter because I like that bar, and but I'll do. I'm going. I have to be back here next week, so I'll do that stuff next week.
Are you gonna do another video out your fucking hotel room looking at a parking lot?
That's right. Because fuck you guys. Yes.
No, I mean, hey, I like that. The scenery.
All my reviews would be like shitty fucking views and me just commenting. That's my new format.
So what's the difference?
Yeah, that's your old format, isn't it?
Wow.
I still remember the first ever video. He's drinking a KBS. Is like since 2012. Guys, I'm gonna be reviewing some beers. Michigan.
Joe's review has a line of a fucking Treehouse beers behind him. Like,
that's true. That's true. That's the I even said it in my vlog. You gotta have pretentious cans,
but I didn't get any credit for that. That's a tribute to me.
But just because you jump ahead of it, Joe. And you say, "You're like, oh, look at me."
I have to. I mean, I need to get rid of them at some point, but they're behind me. They're behind me.
See, like Joe, I need to actually drink those.
You know what the worst part is? Your favorite beer is Sukaba. You're like, I put that Sukaba.
I don't have the fucking
baby.
I don't have the Sukaba box. I got the Sukaba. I need the Sukaba. Someone want to get the
zucchini,
please. I would like the Sukaba.
How old is that witch shark
Joe buys all his empty cans.
The witch shark?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
The witch shark behind is really
all these were poured directly into my drain of my sink drain, and then
okay, good.
That's a lot of drain.
Oh well, I mean,
can somebody just start a channel called 93 Garbage?
Or maybe 88 Perfect for certain other fans.
88 or 93 Garbage.
I'm gonna talk about all the mimosa fruit in this fucking beer right now.
93 Garbage is my new channel, man.
See, that would be.
Yours is just garbage.
That would be the scale for rating. It has to be between 88 and 93.
Yeah.
It's just that it's on the reverse ends.
It's a 5-point scale, but it's 88 to 93. Perfect.
The closer you get to 88, the better it is.
Dude, next video, my scale is 88 to 93. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do halves. I can't do halves, right? Like I gotta keep it.
Doesn't matter. You gotta do 13ths.
13th. And you have to
I can't do math.
You have to open a beer 2 days before you review it.
All right. So next review, I'm totally gonna do that. I'm gonna totally do that then. 88 to 93 is the scale, and I'm gonna have the beer open, but I'm gonna act like I never drank it.
No.
It has to be a bottle that's like a third full though. So when I do it, I'm like, oh my god, it's passion fruit and pineapple, and it's never touched my lips ever before, ever.
You have like one of those little tiny crib sheets on the side that you can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
I don't have underwear on, but here's my little crib sheet.
I'm gonna have index cards, like just on the camera, like still on camera. I'm act like they're off camera. I'm just gonna be reading them. Passion. Pineapple.
Yeah, keep looking at the screen and glance over those and
Have them fall over and have to like prop them back up.
That would be the person, Ashley. Yes.
Well, then
Joe,
please
Joe,
make sure
I want to see a Patreon like fucking. It's my Patreon channel.
Guys, I just want to sign up for my Patreon. $1 will get you everything. There's a lot of people out there Patreons. They literally spent like 2 years and they have no subscriber, nobody that's a Patreon. I'm like,
I look forward to seeing how well Chris Peters' Patreon actually does.
He has one.
He has one. Didn't you see that link in the Facebook chat?
No, I didn't. I had no idea.
Peter Treon.
I'm on the Raw Ontario crowdsource page.
Oh, is that the one to bring the Confederacy back together? And
it is.
I think it's Rod Terrio.
But if he doesn't reach his goal, we get our money back. So
it's Rod J. Terrio Ventures.
You support him at the $2 level, and you get a fucking Confederate flag. They can wipe your ass.
If I use an 88 to 93 scale, do I use pluses and minuses? Is that allowed?
No, sure. But you do have to have beer in your mouth while you're still talking.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Make sure there's lots of legs on the glass.
All right. I'll just have like, just layered, and like I never drank it before. Just it's like 2 ounces left.
You should probably also do your most racist Asian impression you can think of for your videos going forward.
Well, like I don't.
Wow, no.
Come on, I can go 88 to 93 garbage. I can get pluses in.
No, come on, get real racist. Come on, Joe.
Well, how would you do your best maritime impression?
Do the beer. You should crack it open, start to review it, fuck it up, start to review it again, fuck it up, and then go black for about 5 minutes, and then open a new can and be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, we're back here. What? Control. You know what I mean? Like, hey.
Once you go black, you don't come back.
Like 5 minutes before, like it never happened.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, I'll have to do that at some point. I really will. It's gonna have to be fantastic, though.
Your best.
It has to be a bottle though, so you guys can see like the amount in the bottle.
And cut jump it, so it goes here to there, here.
Yeah, like I start out with like 3 ounces, and then all of a sudden, like I do a jump cut, and it's full again. It's like, that just happened. There's more in my glass now.
And at like the 9-minute mark, after you've already on camera drank it a couple times, I'm gonna take my first sip now.
That would be pretty fucking fantastic.
Maybe next week one of you guys can do like a bread review. Like just get a bunch of different loaves in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh no, Joe, right? I had to recommend a beer battered fish sticks review.
Oh God.
Oh fuck.
I'll take you down some dark avenues.
Oh boy.
Oh my lord.
Beer battered chicken strips or something.
So Lee, how about those comments?
Yeah, I should get back into these. Let's see.
Probably just Paul and fucking trading comments with one another.
Let's see. Well, Earth is in the chat, and he said he picked up Ellie's Brown today. What the? Shut the fuck up. You were. Wow. What the fuck, man? Earth's a cool dude.
The worst.
You're a fucking.
He's the fucking Earth. Yeah, you respect him.
No, he's not the Earth. He's just Earth.
No, he's the Earth. You just forgot the. Settle down.
Is he like Earthquake, that wrestler from the 90s?
No.
Right. He put out another shirt.
Okay, hold on. It was Earthquake, and what was his
Typhoon.
Typhoon. I was gonna say Tsunami, but it was another fat fucker.
And wait for a wrestler.
They were the natural disasters.
Natural disasters. Yes, I love it.
Great tag team. Are either one of those guys still alive?
No, they're both dead.
No. Typhoon's still alive.
Yeah,
good.
Diabetes.
No, fucking Earthquake. He died of cancer.
God,
I get it multiple times, I think, pretty much.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Vader still
Who is Vader?
Vader.
He just went open heart surgery a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he was already supposed to be long dead by now, but he's still kicking. So
That's fucking Vader.
Lee, get back to the comments. God damn it.
Yeah, back to
It
the
would have been
comments.
ironic if he died of like a natural fucking disaster.
How's Macho Man Miss Elizabeth doing?
Oh, I can get him one here from heaven if you want.
Earthquake died in a tornado today. Like, is that what you're saying, Chris?
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
They're wrestling in
That's
heaven.
pretty sad.
Earthquake faces fear. It was a tsunami.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about in heaven. Fucking Macho Man's under. Macho Man's under my fucking employ, dude. I got one return.
He's deadly.
He's not dead. I talked to him today, for fuck's sake.
He didn't say dead. He said dead Lee.
I can get him on the phone if you want.
And Miss Elizabeth died from having sex with Ric Flair.
I think the phone call you have recorded is a fake.
Fraud.
I think it's fraudulent.
Comment before we get like 14 billion years behind them. Not that they matter.
Yeah. Kent Beer Review says, hoping we get number 5 in the UK at the end of June for Canada Day.
You don't want it. It's garbage.
Of the 93 variety.
I just like to get in Windsor first.
Jamie says filet mignon is dancing over the strip loin.
Yeah, over at the strip loin. That's good.
Okay, that's good.
That's a good dad joke.
Nick is drinking an Abe Herb beer for Waterloo Wednesdays.
I believe it.
Fucking Waterloo Wednesday.
That's good.
Yep, that's fantastic, Jamie. And
I don't get
what has to call it. You don't get it, Greg, because you don't watch my comment. You just post your fucking comments and watch my video.
Oh my god, there's so many comments. What the fuck are you people doing?
Joe, your channel has now become Waterloo Wednesdays. Fuck you.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna do Waterloo Wednesday next Wednesday just for Jamie.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be Waterloo beer on purpose. It's gonna be great.
Let's see. I got to be selective with these fucking comments. Ethan says he doesn't see Dragon's Milk around here anymore. Yeah, well, that's because your city is shit.
That's because he's giving out the Dragon's Milk to ladies.
Hey,
no, I think Dr. Dave's giving it out to the fucking bums on the street.
No, that's also true.
Jesus.
Paul says the bottles and cans are gay as hell. I will do it soon.
You have them behind you too, you piece of shit, Paul.
A bomber at Meagers, Michigan shelter. Apparently.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
Who's saying this?
Who's commenting?
Paul.
Yeah,
it's Pavel.
Are you seriously at work? You sure you're not like 24 beers deep right now?
Whatever it is,
Myers.
it says
It's
98
Myers.
world class A plus. Myers, whatever.
It's
Myers.
fucking-
Myers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jayers.
Get with
Maybe
the American Times, man.
They might want to stick a Y in there, but whatever.
The J is silent.
Yeah. Speaking of J, Paul
We
says
wish.
J scale is only 92.
Racist is silent.
Whoa, Nick.
Oh,
Nick.
Anyway.
Reading comments that love your channel.
but J scale is only 90 through 100 apparently, so which is kind of true. Yeah, maybe it might even be closer than that. Even with a disgusted look on his face, probably a 99.
I'm going to give it an A minus.
I mean, he could literally throw up on camera and probably still pass it.
That's a hard C.
Paul says,
Whoa.
At least Redbeard isn't here yet, but he spelled it bed reared.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Paul's ability to function right now. If he's literally at work, this is problematic.
Yeah.
Ethan
sounds like he's already had a few.
Ethan says he can't monetize now. YouTube took that away from me.
Took it away from me too.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, you're not.
How
so
could
you're
you
not
take
making the
that away
billions.
from a new father?
Not making those YouTube millions. I'm not doing this for fucking free now.
Nick, you don't even post content anymore. What are you talking about?
I posted a video today this week.
Liar.
You watched it.
I didn't.
Paul says, wasn't Earth the original name for Black Sabbath? Yes, it was. They were like a blues rock band before they became Black Sabbath. And Earth says, he says, Yort is my wingman. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
And those are all the comments worth.
Paul says,
Go ahead, Joe.
No, go ahead, Greg.
I want to listen to Greg
say.
talk on top of everybody right now.
Go ahead, Greg.
I just want to know if Earth will be at the Albino Rhino Beer Fest this year.
Earth lives in California and doesn't give a rat's ass about Canada. Answered for him, done. Wasted life Wednesdays, Paul says. He also says my bottles are still full. So Paul doesn't even put empty cans. He has like full cans behind him because he's aging them for fucking whatever. In his living room that's like probably 80 degrees because that's how Paul rolls.
Paul's saying we can't monetize, but yet commercials still play at the beginnings of our videos. Oh, boo-hoo. You're the free service that lets you to upload shit for free.
I just ad block the shit out of
on your video.
Oh my God.
Ad block for people that actually monetize.
Yeah.
Lee works for the man.
I don't work for the man. I got fucking ad block. You think I watch anyone's videos?
For the man.
And Paul and Lee's right. I mean, the simple fact is, so many people shit on YouTube. It's a fucking free service. You don't pay anything. I was like, I create content on a free fucking service, you piece of shit. You know, I mean, settle down. Just settle down. Get it on.
You sure rebel and start your own video service.
What? Yeah. What?
Start your own video. Start your own video hosting service. Come on.
The hell is going on right now?
And then the best comment of the night.
No one knows.
Review says top 5 Limp Bizkit albums. You're all tagged.
Chocolate Starfish.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck. It's just one of those days.
Yeah. They even make 5?
Limp Bizkit do 5 albums?
Yes, that's my question.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Let's Slipknot.
I mean, did they get as far as? Did they get as far as he did it for the nookie? He did it for the pay off his IRS fucking tax evasion. Or
he's saying that Fred Durst got far enough beyond trying to suck his own dick to make actually 5 albums.
You guys all, you gotta have faith that we'll all do.
Gotta have faith. Or George Michael albums. Eh?
Is that where you were going with that?
A little bit. If we just keep,
you're like Nick Jr.
If we just keep rolling,
Terry.
We'll get it together at some point. Stepping up my dad joke game. Sorry, just.
It's like Marky Mark Star and the Funky Bunch.
Good old Patrol.
What the fuck are you doing, Greg? What are you doing?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna. What?
I'm gonna let you down.
And you.
Greg, you need to honestly start your chat or like throw something up publicly. I mean, you did. Now it's your turn. You're not doing it. It's sad. Sad to see, man. You said you would. You're a liar. You're basically you're a liar. Henry Rollins would call you a liar.
First of all, I never said I was.
Oh my God, Henry Rollins.
First of all, I never said I would start a channel. I said I'd have some content. I do have some content. It's just private. Second of all,
no, you never said private. It's gotta go public.
You have a channel called the Beer Patrol, yet you don't have a proper police uniform. That is misleading, sir.
Well, I'm sorry. You lied to us. You lied to us.
There's no lie. Show me the video.
Lied to us. I mean, I could probably go to the Facebook chat and show where you said you post content. You should, and it has to be public, not private. Who fuck puts their content private? No one wants to watch your shit.
Pussies.
That's right. That's right. Pussies.
Jamie says, by the way, making fun of Limp Bizkit, I might have to start to break stuff.
Oh, it is just one of those days.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to wake up.
It's those days.
It's all about the Matt said, Rod said bullshit.
I wish you guys wouldn't make fun of my old band. That's really
everything sucks. Everything is fucked.
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics too much outside of a couple things.
I never fucking listened to them.
It's just one of those days where you want to justify ripping someone's head off.
You took one look. You took one look at fucking Fred Durst, and he was every fucking fake douchebag in high school that you went to high school with.
He did it all for the nookie. The nookie.
Come on, the nookie. Come on.
I honestly think
got plenty.
I honestly think that Greg will be the first person that Joe blocks on YouTube.
I don't think so.
Even though, like I said, if he asks every single video for a uniform, he's going to get a response. Probably not going to be the response he wants. It's pretty fantastic, though. And maybe next, maybe Halloween I will dress up. Just for him. Maybe good time. Or maybe at least get like a police hat or something that will make him.
Then I'll post a video of me giving you a cum tribute.
Okay, this is probably the worst. It's probably the worst idea Ethan's ever had, but
Oh, he said some bad ideas. Though.
Yeah, he said.
What the fuck, Ethan? What's wrong with you?
He said Greg should make Taylor Swift twerking videos.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be nice. Actually, I actually can't twerk. I can try though.
Cannonball.
And I echo fucking Paul's statement here. This is the new worst part of this stream.
He also says you start a channel, Joe, when you're yelling at everyone, and then Ethan says power tripper. No, I mean I'm super happy I started a channel. Ethan, it'd be nice if you posted content. Like, oh wait, you did. You actually.
I think Joe yelling at like fucking planes going by overhead is like classic.
That's my fucking bit, dude.
Yeah, that's
yes, I know. Do a tribute.
Right, so Greg just released 2 videos, so let's go take a look at Greg's videos. He just released 2 of them.
Paul, I will never keep any of my content under 10 minutes.
Oh, did he upload his marriage proposal video?
Oh my god!
Greg did that?
No, that will not be uploaded.
Yeah, you guys
I feel like you should. I feel like you should.
PornTube.
Upload a couple of videos of your Camaro. Okay.
Paul says, think about the children. I don't want Greg thinking about children. Let's just keep that off the table.
I don't think of children at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it says if Greg does start a channel, will he be blessed with Fast and Furious racing in the background again?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Maybe the occasional appearance by Vin Diesel and The Rock. Or not Paul Walker.
Everybody
that'd be weird if Paul Walker showed up.
That would be
more just like Paul lying down.
and really stinking.
Yeah, here's the thing, Greg. That's not your Camaro. Yours is white, isn't it?
Hey, it's a video content. It doesn't matter.
It's true. Any kind of content.
It doesn't matter. It's fake news otherwise. It's not your Camaro.
No, it's just me. It's just me randomly test driving the dealership's Camaro.
Oh,
it's not new.
It's from a while ago then.
I didn't say it was new content. I just posted 2. I made 2 of my videos public. There you go. Are you happy?
Nope.
Are you happy? Is your life now better?
No.
No, I think we all lost 5 years off our lives with this chat.
Subscribe to you, Greg. So
yeah, we actually did lose viewers. We had 10. Now we got 6. Thanks.
I was talking viewers. I was talking to just years off our lives. Like we're kind of like people who maybe live in and around Chernobyl. Every time we do one of these fucking chats, we're just kind of like we're playing with a big gun here.
Ethan said, tell Greg to do impressions of people. And then Paul chimes in with, try to do impersonations of a quiet person. That's fucking fantastic. He's incapable.
I do that all the time when somebody mutes me.
Mm-hmm. It's like you're really doing an impersonation. It's us just muting you. But, I mean...
Geez, Joe, I think you're being a little picky.
No, just saying, technicalities. I mean, craft breweries, microbreweries, whatever. It's all the same. Macros. It doesn't matter.
Joe, you're the reason they banned sodomy in the Bible.
Probably.
Oh, did they ban it? I didn't. I
don't know. Let's ask Ethan because he's apparently at Bible study.
I thought all
Ethan knows all about sodomy.
What did they take out?
You make it sound like pointing to Ethan is like survey says.
What did they take out in the New Testament? Did they take all the misogyny and rape and slavery out of the New Testament, or is that still in there?
I would say it's still in there.
All that good stuff stays.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, is it worth reading?
God didn't kill as many people because of one of his monkey shines. Maybe they took a little bit of that out.
Oh, that was monkey shines.
You know, he didn't.
Why was there a revision?
You know, the fucking Great Flood, where it was basically, he lost at fucking Axis and Allies, and he knocked all the pieces off the board, kind of thing. You know, it was just like...
I thought that was Risk.
Same idea. That's actually makes the analogy much more accessible. Thank you, Rod.
If the First Testament was so good, why did you need a second one?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Old Testament?
I thought God didn't make mistakes, but apparently...
Yeah, I mean, apparently as flawed humans could not translate the perfect word of God, whatever.
Maybe you just want to cherry pick certain things.
Let's not really get into theology.
No. Let's not get into religion in general or politics.
Let's not get into logic.
Yeah. Let's just talk about macros and micros and craft breweries. And
I got one of those fake craft beers. Magic Hat.
Oh, Magic Hat.
Magic Hat.
You know, it finally showed up here, Rod. Actually, yesterday was Brewdog stuff from Columbus. We finally got like a fresh shipment of their stuff. We got Hazy Jane.
Was that fresh?
Yeah. No, it's fresh from the Columbus brewery. Actually,
is Magic Hat owned by one of the macro companies now or something?
Yeah, they're not really craft either.
For like 5 years, they are owned by the same conglomerate that owns. Who else is it, Rod? There's like 3 or 4 breweries in there.
Is it Harpoon in that one?
I just grabbed. I just won't close to me.
But actually, I know exactly what you're talking about. The Brewdog stuff, because I know it was the same thing here, and I know the same thing in Ontario. When Brewdog stuff comes over, it's like, oh, Brewdog's in, and then you look at like their IPAs and they're 4 months old, and you're like, what the fuck? 4 months old. They have a Columbus, Ohio brewery now, which Rod's a couple hours from, and I think in and around the Columbus area and even throughout the state of Ohio, stuff has been starting to be distributed. We finally got them back here now, and it's from the Columbus brewery, and it's quite fresh. So I don't know what I'm going to go check out, because they have Elvis Juice, Hazy Jane, New England style IPA. They have, what is it, Blackheart Jet or whatever, and something else. But like none of it screamed like you get a grapefruit IPA, New England style IPA, a oatmeal stout, and I forgot what the other one they had. But I don't know. They're kind of behind the times for me, Brewdog, at this point. But I'm probably going to pick them up. I think Craig, Kent Beer Reviews, and I are going to do some duo reviews that are sure to be terrible. What's that?
I'll probably grab a Hazy Jane at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get one of each. No reason not to.
I was going to ask about that Elvis juice, because I did try it like 4 or 5 months ago, and I was surprised because it was such a high ABV. But they also tout that it has a whole bunch of grapefruit juice in it. So it's like, if they're blending it with a grapefruit juice and it's still a really high ABV, like, what was the base beer that they mixed with it? Like, because it was pretty well balanced. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Well, I know Peter, a friend of ours, Peter, Clueless Drinker. He that's like his beer. That's just his. Yeah. He loves it, and he reviewed it 75 times. Actually, I reviewed it once. He didn't jay it up, but
great beer draft.
Yeah, he loves it, and like grapefruit beers in general, but like grapefruit IPA, sure. I mean, lends itself as well, but it's got to be relatively fresh. You don't want to drink stale grapefruit juice. You certainly don't want to drink stale IPAs. So it's unfortunate when it comes over the pond and you get it and it's 3 or 4 months old, and you're like, I would love to taste this a month old, even 6 weeks old, something.
Yeah.
So it's good that they have the Columbus. I'll be curious to see in Canada, but specifically Ontario, if you guys start getting the Columbus stuff, or if it still comes from overseas.
Yeah, I wonder how we'd be able to tell.
I'd imagine they'll say on the can, right?
They date their stuff, I think.
In Columbus, in the Columbus brewery, they date them now.
I thought they dated on the bottle when I had it, but unless I'm mistaken.
Well, you know what? I actually reused some of those bottles for some home brews. I'm gonna go take a look.
I want to say they did when they came over.
We got them in cans here. Oh, sorry, John.
Well, no, that's good that you mentioned the cans, because that's what we received here from the Columbus brewery, but overseas we'd get the bottles. I think like so many places that import beers, you usually have a Best By date, and I think that's what Brewdog used to do for us, was Best By dates. They didn't actually have bottled on dates; it was Best By dates. Yeah. So they'd be like Best By, fucking April of 2019. You're like, this is an IPA. You're telling me it's gonna be good in a year, I guess. Yeah. Technically, be able to drink it, sure, with no problems, but
I'm not gonna shit my pants drinking it. But
yeah, like I'm gonna drink it and be like, this is drinkable, and that's about it.
That's the whole debatable thing on IPAs. You have to drink them fresh.
Well, it depends if you want. The IPAs, how they're meant to be drank now, or the IPAs meant to be drank 500 years ago, whatever way you think, right? Because everyone knows it. Yeah, everyone knows hops are a preservative, and that's what they use. But I mean, nowadays, if I'm drinking an IPA for the first time ever, and I think this goes for most of us. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for you guys. You're capable, except for Greg.
Do not speak for me.
Yeah, except for Greg. I mean, I'm gonna speak for Greg because he's not here. Does anyone want to listen to Greg? But no, I would say everybody, if you're drinking an IPA or hop forward beer for the first time ever, I think you want it as fresh as you can possibly get it to kind of understand where they were going with it. If you're drinking a beer for the first time ever that's an IPA and it's 4 months old, it's not true representative of what they released. And it's tough to review it or say it's good or not based on something that isn't fresh anymore. You know?
Yeah,
I was say it's good for 6 months. If brewers telling you can still drink 5 months out and you'll be okay.
Well, what's okay?
That's off the brewer.
Well, what's okay though?
I mean, they make the beer. They make the beer, so they say you can drink this 6 months and it'll still taste as good.
Well, now they're just lying.
That's what they're saying. I'm not saying.
No. Listen, Joe. I was smart when I first started drinking. I made sure I drank Alexander Keith's IPA all the time.
Yeah,
and that was always consistently great. The hops never faded. It was a beautiful, beautiful beer. And I don't know what all you fucking little micro drinkers are complaining about, really.
Now, did you say hops as in plural? Because I'm not sure there was more than one in there.
The one hop they dumped in there stayed really consistently.
They didn't triple hop. They didn't triple hop it like Miller Lite. They came close.
No, Miller Lite was hardcore, man. I didn't even touch that shit. Fucking burned my palate right out.
Just for the hardcore. So we're getting my fake craft beer here.
Get in your Magic Hat. Fucking non-craft beer, non-micro, macro now totally, according to the Brewers Association.
I did have a guy flip out one time because I posted a review and I posted in the craft beer lovers group and they're like, they're not craft beer.
Oh, those people are
posting it, but it said craft beer lovers, so it didn't have to be necessarily craft beer. If you love craft beer, you might try their beers, but calm down.
Yeah, enjoy what you like. Like I said, enjoy what you like. I mean, clearly that's easy to say from us. Most, everybody here likes craft beer, likes micro beer. But like, if you want to sit there and drink all of the Miller Lite, drink it all. If you want to drink all the Coors Light, Chris, drink it all. It's what you enjoy, man.
If you really like it, that's great. But just don't be like Jay Terrio and pretend that like that shit is fucking great fucking beer, because it's not.
And like I understand that they tell you to drink it at a colder temperature, but it's like anything else in general. When it comes to food and drink, the warmer it is, the more flavors come out. And if the beer gets to a certain temperature and it tastes gross, then that's an issue. Because
it's not a good beer. It's not. If you can't drink it warm, it's not a good beer. If it doesn't taste good warm, it's not a good beer. That's all there is to it. I'm sorry.
Cold mutes flavors. It's like ice cream. Ice cream is great cold. But if you eat it like lukewarm, it's super sweet and just gross.
And not to get on a rant here, but Jay Terrio can fucking suck all the dicks, because fucking all that dude does is fucking read fucking big brewery propaganda and eat it up and then spit it out to everybody who watches his fucking videos. Fucking, the brewery says use this style of glass. Oh, the brewery says pour it right down the fucking middle. Fuck you, you fucking moron.
Well, here's the thing about it, and I've had this conversation with Jay before in a hangout, very cordial and everything, but the whole pouring it down the middle thing, if just because one place said so doesn't make it right, because I can get examples of 100 other places to tell you to pour it properly, or properly as in what most people know. So to pour it straight down the middle is one thing, but if you're gonna pour it straight down the middle and release the yeast esters and stuff, don't pour it like a nitro beer where it's spilling everywhere and stuff. Just pour it like just subtly. Like you remember Lee, and a lot of people out there probably don't remember this guy, but Jay from Jay's Beer Reviews, the friend of Chad.
Oh man, I remember him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Nick, you do too, because you're an older beer tuber as well, and he used to do.
Oh yeah, thanks for making me feel old, Joe. Fuck you.
You're an OG, Nick. That's a good thing in this day and age.
I'm an OG. I'm not an OG. I'm a second G.
All right, you're a second G. Whatever. You're some kind of G. I just don't know what. But he
nothing but a G thing.
All right, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to quote Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg ever again.
You're too late for that shit. Don't ever do
that. You live in Nova Scotia. You're just not allowed to. It's not happening.
You're on full blast for that shit. Don't.
But Jay used to pour it down the middle, and if you guys recall, he would like a 2-minute pour, and he would cut it because he'd pour it down the middle, and he would take his time, which was fine. But he didn't pour like oh my God, just nitro beer. It goes everywhere, and you have to sip the head and stuff because it's spilling everywhere. If you're going to pour it down the middle, subtly.
You pour it like half, 3/4, let it settle, then you pour it on top again.
You don't have to do it. And I've explained it to Jay before. He's like, look, I'm not saying you can pour it wherever you want, but I think what people have issue with is that you pour it so aggressively that it starts spilling everywhere. And there's no reason to do that. Like, there's
The guy ignores like common sense and consensus. Like it's almost like he thinks people who say port like at a 45-degree angle or whatever down the fucking glass are like communists or something. You know, it's like, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's you take advice and constructive criticism and do what you want with it. Yeah. I got rid of my banner because people hate me, and that's okay.
Where did you get rid of your banner? Air pressure?
Well, I don't think that people hate you. They just hate the Sabres because they fucking suck.
I also because they fucking suck. And, it's worse being a fan of a shitty team that's really shitty all the time. It's not like I have a banner. I'm like, why do I have a banner again? Oh, because I want something in the background that
you need a background, right? That's why I have this fucking drape.
Yeah,
because my wife is like, you can't have all of our tuck tape in the background. You got to put some shit up. So here I am. So this is the BrewDog Elvis Juice grapefruit infused IPA. So this is my homebrew inside. Fuck it, but I thought it actually had grapefruit juice inside.
Yeah,
but no, it's just grapefruit rind and orange rind infused. So,
they actually put orange rind in it.
Yeah, it's all rind. I thought it was juice, and I was like thinking, because I'm a home brewer, I'm like 6.5 fucking %. Like you're adding juice, you're turning it into a rattler. Like how do you keep that 6.5% up? But
yeah,
it's just rind, so whatever. It looks like this one was brewed in Scotland. Everything is in like 4 different languages, so it sounds like it was distributed from Scotland. So I have not had anything from the Columbus brewery yet.
Yeah, so that sounds like the rind was actually dumped into the mash at some point.
Which would have been the secondary, most likely.
Which isn't huge because I mean, there's a lot of beers for a long time that have used like orange rind.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's all good.
And you can make
the basket.
Oh Jesus Christ! Come on, come on, Ron.
It was the run.
Let's catch up in the comments. There was all kind of fucking weird political talk here for a second because Ethan's his political palate is kind of stupid right now.
You get back hung up on Jesus.
No, Trump.
He's talking about Trump or some shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I
Jesus, Trump.
Paul says Sink the Bismarck was a hearty brew. Ethan says BrewDog dates. They also have a beer hotel with taps in the rooms. It's awesome. That's cool. I like that idea. Let's see here. This chat is fucking weird. That's not too interesting, so I'm not going to say that. I don't care about that.
Jesus.
Lee edits
good comments, but not really.
Paul says trunk-aged Alexander Keys for the win. You're definitely on a winner's fucking track if you're going that way.
Is that one Keys though?
Paul said you better wear that power glove if you're quoting Dr. Dre. That's fantastic.
Jamie says I like Joe better when he had the banner. Hashtag jump the shark apparently already.
I'm sorry, Jamie. I let you down. Please, no gifts of me, please. Jamie, if you look at the last review I posted, you probably can make a bunch of gifts. I can't wait. Can't wait to see all
that. GIF or a GIF? I've always heard of
it. I'd say GIF because that's what
I say GIF because
that's your pose, Joe.
What's that?
You know,
that's your pose right here.
No, that's a into the light looks like the glowing sun. No,
I think apparently the person like invented the file format, said it came out and said it was GIF, but fuck that person, it's GIF.
He needs to get fucking kicked right in his throat with a skate.
Yeah,
like,
he needs to GIF fucked.
Is it almond or is it almond? That's my question.
Like if you add the peanut butter, it's what is it, JIF? I don't say GIF. I say. I don't say GIF. I say GIF, which is the way to say it would be GIF. It's not. That's GIF. So I would just assume.
I got Jiffy peanut butter on one side, and I got a fucking GIF, an animated GIF of titties flying around on the other side.
Or is it Arkansas? I mean,
it's Arkansas because what the fuck are people doing in Arkansas?
Then Paul posts Jeff spelled Geoff.
Oh Jesus! Geoff, whatever.
Geoff.
Oh, Ethan commented on Paul's fucking painting video. Says, "Nice calming video, Paul. I killed my cat after I watched it."
I knew you're fucking evil, Ethan. That's unbelievably not
fucking
cool.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on, Ethan? You're having some problems, dude.
I will say. I think everybody here would agree, Paul, that your painting video was pretty fantastic.
It was excellent.
I mean, you're a piece of shit, but your video, pretty sweet.
Keep up the video. More video, less personal shit on.
Just show where you're painting, but not you.
Yeah.
And you can mute yourself. I was just joking earlier. Just mute yourself.
Just zoom into your hands painting on the canvas.
If you put the painting canvas behind all of your unopened bottles, even better.
That's good.
Lee, I saw your post on Facebook earlier, and I poured this beer. This is my homebrew. This is a table beer, actually, just like.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. And it's pretty fucking good.
What's the ABV on it?
This is 2.8%, 30 IBUs, all Citra, and it is fucking delish. So, fucking drinkers. And
talking about Molson Canadian, eh?
Now, if Ashley could just become a millionaire real quick and send us all bottles of that, then we could do a beer analysis 101 on his table beer.
I will if you're coming to Chad's. To the beer fest, I will save a few bottles, and then you can shit on it all you want.
I will literally defecate on the bottle.
You will defecate all over it
on the bottle. I will.
He will shove it up his ass.
I will poop on it. Greg will be happy because that's the thing.
I will be. I love poop on bottles.
And you like talking with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Your father.
Well, he likes talking really loud in general, but when his eyes closed, that's when it's magical.
Well, even when I get there, right when I'm sober, the party is beginning, and you get kicked out of your hotel, right, Joe?
Yeah, that's true. Or like every week when we tell you to stop breathing because you're like, "Oh, is that me? Is that me, guys? Fucking inhaling the mic as I speak." I didn't know. I had my shirt off and I was dozing. Like, what the fuck?
Nick posts, or not Nick. I get Nick and Lee confused. Lee posted an interesting GIF, but I can't post it because Nick's channel will get disrupted.
Yo, totally.
I can always take this
He said he
offline.
gets Nick and Lee confused.
Yeah,
Because your eyes aren't open.
Yeah, how the fuck is it possible to get me and Lee confused?
You guys are pretty much the same person.
We're not.
No, they're not. They're not the same province. They don't look the same. They don't sound the same. But according to Greg, they're the same person.
I have more hair.
It's like
and
Danny.
Lee has more subscribers.
Whoa. Yeah, Nick has
That's a
more
low
hair. He's really good with cameras. He's got the power glove.
Actually, I don't have the power glove anymore.
I'm actually
okay,
glove is a
scratch that,
positive or a negative.
I'm 3 feet. I'm 3 feet taller than him.
No, you're not.
No party.
I'm not going to argue that you're taller, but you're not 3 feet taller.
At the
Lee's
very
got
least, 3
less
feet
hair and
taller.
he's better with kids.
And Lee completely hates society.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Nick
And
kinda
Nick
likes
eats
the
taquitos, which
Is
Lee
that Lee
would never
completely hates
consume.
white people?
I really do.
Hey,
hate
when
white-
Trump screws up America, I'm gonna need some references to move to Canada for jobs. So
Oh,
Just don't move
All right,
to
I got you. I got you back,
Do not
buddy. Don't
move to
worry.
North Bay. Redbeard has had some experience.
You guys are both kind of afraid of modern technology, though. Let's be honest.
Who is?
What?
That's probably true.
You guys all are.
Nick,
Like,
Nick is the opposite. Nick fucking embraces all the modern technology.
No, Nick's all about the robots and the film cameras.
I sold my Rob the Robot, but yeah, I got.
He does have some
bought like
vintage
8 more,
stuff.
Nick, relax.
See, but he embraces the new technology. He just happens to hold on to a lot of old
I
technology.
have a modern mirrorless camera for my main.
Why don't we just stop like trying to compare me to Nick and move on?
Yeah, and at the same time,
exactly.
I don't know who references Nick as Nick. He's East Coast Dan. Just let's clarify that real quick. He's East Coast Dan. That's what he
There
is.
we go. Yeah, Paul even said in the fucking.
He's the Maxwell
hashtag.
star of the show.
Oh, he did a hashtag? What do you say? Hashtag what?
Hashtag.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's very good. Paul, see, shitty minds think alike. See, that's how that works. I like it.
I resent that if you're referring to me thinking like Paul.
Paul says vigorous, violent masturbation at Ethan's house. Greg puts Jif on himself for his dog, but not saying where.
Jiffy.
That's right.
Jiffy peanut butter.
And here's a great comment. Paul says, "Son of Sam Part 2." So like he's implying that your dog is going to start talking to you, and you're going to start killing people, Greg.
I'm still pretty sure Nick's talking to somebody.
It's like that scene. What was that in Road Trip or something when the dog's talking to the old man?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Because why not?
Also,
it was like Tom Green's dad or something in the movie.
He's a cat.
Ethan says, one beer you guys would get rid of forever. Paul responds instantly with Yingling. You know, the best wild saison known to man.
If we can do a beer analysis 101 on Yingling, I'd love to.
American Wild Ale.
Well, when you come, I was going to say come down, but I guess you're just traveling west. When you come, Nick, you could buy a 6-pack and bring it back. That would be on you.
Oh, I could buy a 6-pack and bring it back, but the Ontario peeps would be like, "Oh, I don't want to go to the States to get that."
They also would say, I don't want Yingling.
I seriously, so
just like you don't want to come across to Canada to get any Canadian beer we want to do, Joe.
I mean, I could have done Molson Canadian tonight, but I decided that I didn't want to.
Just didn't want the fucking do.
Yeah, he made a smart decision.
Yeah, I made a good decision. Yeah.
Well, I kind of need more suggestions from you guys in the future.
I should be here next week, though, for the Young's Double Chocolate Stout.
Okay.
I don't think they make the nitro cans anymore, though. They have them in cans, but they're not nitroed anymore. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
The Young's Double Chocolate. Yeah, it was on sale this week, actually, at NB Liquor.
I would have preferred the Dutch.
I got a bottle that was brewed on November 18th. No, it's got a best before date.
2014.
That was bottled in the future.
2019.
It's got a best before date of November 30th, 2019-18.
So I imagine it was brewed in November of 2017. So not too long.
Yeah. Well, it's not too bad considering it's from England.
Well, it's a fucking stout, so who gives a shit?
It's a stew, a motherfucking stew.
It's not like the hops are gonna fade or anything.
Yeah.
No, one beer I'd get rid of forever. Holy shit.
Almost you would have to like strongly dislike it or hate it.
I would straight up get rid of Pabst just to piss off a bunch of hipsters.
Yeah, there you go.
Pabst is all right though. I mean, like there's
I can't remember the name of it.
Get rid of Rolling Rock.
Yeah, Rolling Rock would get thrown out the window. Sorry, actually, we get thrown out the window.
Oh yeah, I drank that shit last week, and it was the worst 6 beers of my life.
That was the first beer I ever drank a full beer of, and I hate it to this day. It's fucking gross.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was some sort of fucking Innocent Gun knockoff from Britain in clear bottles. That was
clear bottles. That's a bad sign right there.
Ines and Goon.
It was terrible. It was like some sort of. It was supposed to be like a bourbon aged beer.
Was it Dead Crow?
Dead Crow. That's it.
Oh, I remember you guys reviewing that piece of shit.
Piece of shit was nasty.
Are you sure it wasn't just Innocent Gun?
It's like lemon Innocent Gun.
Yeah, no. Not only should that beer just disappear, the people who made it should be. Their necks should be available for my hands to go around.
They should be executed for treason. It's just that fucking bad of a beer.
My God.
Usually I wouldn't support such extremist measures, but in this case, I totally back Maxwell Star right in that.
Well, this entire panel backs Maxwell Star's crazy opinions.
Yeah. It's crazy murder opinions. Yes.
That's the kill-a-fucker.
Yeah, kill it. Yeah.
And we just want to make it very clear that anyone who molests is above the age of 18.
Yeah. True.
I would get rid of Bourbon County Stout so no one would ever have an inclination to buy a Goose Island product ever again.
I would get rid of Sam Adams Utopia because nobody should be spending that kind of money on a very mediocre beer.
See, it's mediocre for you, Greg.
See, how is that? I've mediocre.
Ignore Greg. Greg doesn't. He has a Greg palate because that's
and it's different from one year to the next, right?
Listen, if you want to take a dark beer and throw maple syrup in it, that's basically your Sam Adams Utopia. Like if that's what you want, great for you. Spend $115.
It's pretty fucking tasty, but it is overpriced by a significant margin.
Okay.
by like $100.
Pretty much, yeah.
Was it like a 25 ounce? Yeah, I mean, it'd be more appropriate $1 or $2 per ounce, not. And again, this is Canadian prices. You guys get it for $1.15, so translates to $100, $195 American. The cheapest you can usually find it here outside of Rod. I know you want to chime in, but Rod, you're not allowed right now because Rod J deals are the exception to the rule. It totally always is. But like normal people, not Rod. Just to clarify again, not Rod.
Are you saying Rod's not a normal person?
No, I mean normal people within regards to buying any kind of beer and getting like not crazy deals.
Doing everything.
Yeah. No, you get like 98% of stuff.
See, if
so like Sam Adams, it's $200 to $250 American for that same bottle. That
so what's the ABV on that though?
28%.
Really?
28.
So like, are you drinking beer? Or are you just like fucking?
It's basically
it's kind of a liqueur. It's kind of a liqueur.
It's a liqueur in the spirit. It is.
Don't they use like champagne yeast or something like that with it?
Each year it's a bit different. Ashley mentioned each year it's a bit different. I know like what Greg was saying. Quite a few years they use maple syrup. I don't know if that's every year, but I think if you go to their site, I advise no one to do that. Don't go to their site. Their site's terrible. Don't go to it.
Their site's very difficult to navigate.
Well, if they're adding maple syrup, they're just going to back sweeten it with it. It's because it's too burny.
Right? I don't know. There's a lot of maple. There's a lot of maple in there.
So I mean,
it's like a huge confectionery sweetness in that beer, like toffee and caramel and maple syrup, and it's just like very sticky sweet. And it's great as like an after dinner. Like it's cool to have an ounce or two of it, but you don't want to drink. Yeah,
I'll see how much I have left in my bottle, and maybe if I have enough left, I'll bring some to the 10th and let.
There you go. We could review it.
Let people who haven't tried it try it.
Yeah, you guys can review.
It's really nothing special.
Chris, what's going on with your bottle share? And I am inviting myself. I don't know if
you were already invited, so we're doing on the 25th, the day before the festival.
Only girls are invited at this point.
So that's on the Friday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's on the Friday before.
Sometime in the evening, probably around 6.
Bring your swim trunks, unless you want to go nude in the hot tub.
Yeah, we're doing and on top of that, everyone naked in the hot tub. We're doing a blind taste test of Miller Lite, Coors Light, Bud Light, Labatt Blue Light. We're going to see.
Rock.
Yeah,
Molson Canadian Light.
Is there Molson Canadian Light? There isn't, is there?
There actually is. I just found one.
Really? No. Wait, hold on a second. What about Moose Light? Isn't there any ND love here?
We're trying not to have a winner. We're trying to hate everything. So no, not like
Moosehead Light is a crack canoe, isn't it? Huh?
No, they're two different beers.
I think they also make
they're probably the same beer.
Okay, Crack Canoe was even lighter. That was like 3.5.
Crack Canoe is 3.5%, and then Moose Light is 4.
Why fucking brew two different shit? It's the same fucking shit.
It was market. It was.
I know, right?
Settle down, Ashley.
Do they still make Crack Canoe?
Yeah, they do.
Do they? Okay. Do they still sell them into like the ultra slim?
They still make coconut
energy drink cans or whatever.
I actually thought about using that as my my Desert Island craft beer water beer.
You're a fucking asshole.
But I ended up finding a can of Detour.
I've only seen a Crack Canoe in like 6-bottle.
Okay. Because when I saw it first come out, it was exclusively for a while in these sort of tall, slim cans or whatever. They look like energy drink cans. Yeah. And the whole marketing scheme behind it was for club kids. Basically, it was supposed to be the upper class, rich club kids. This is the light beer you can drink. It'll be super awesome and cool for you to drink it.
That was the light beer you can drink. You're allowed to drink this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to drink the swill that all these homers drink. You can drink fucking Crack Canoe.
Mix it with vodka and get all fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Does anyone? I know no one really cares, but Ewart has been fucking quiet for like a half an hour.
I don't know what he's
not
doing.
Muted. He's not muted. Did he just go to sleep?
I think he might have.
Just face palm right on.
I mean, he is old as fuck, no doubt.
Yeah, he is old.
Well,
his kids are probably drawing dicks on his face right now.
Well, let's see if he's.
Hope not. He's in Atlanta. They're not.
Let's see if he's still listening because Paul asked a question. He says, "Man, I need a kokanee. Ewart, get me one."
I drank kokanee.
Yeah, that was one of the best ones ever. we went. It was Ewart and myself, and we went over to Chad's, and we drank like Bourbon County coffee. I forget. We had like Russian River beers. We had like a half dozen. Like back then, this was like 5 years ago. Like Welsh beers. And we go.
They're still pretty good, Joe.
Yeah, they're still pretty good. But like back then, they were like super hard to get and all kinds, right? So like everyone was crazy about them. We go to fucking the Flying Saucer, which anyone in Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah,
you have to go to the Flying Saucer.
2 a.m. It's time to get your grub on. And you was like, "What am I gonna get to drink?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Get some juice, get fucking some pop, get whatever." He's like, "No, like that. You know what I'm gonna do?" Like, I'm gonna get this kokanee. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we just had a great fun when you took it. It's like I haven't had a kokanee in a while, and he's eating. I forgot what he was eating. He was like eating breakfast. He's like, "There's kokanees hitting the spot." And I'm like, I don't know.
Jesus.
I can't believe that they actually had kokanee.
You were at the Flying Saucer?
Oh, Ewart was not only at the Flying Saucer, but he's drinking kokanee with his 2 a.m. breakfast. That's the class Ewart has.
Yeah, that was hitting the spot. It was hitting all the
That's almost like
spots.
That's almost like Stormy Daniels' sex tape at this point. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like that.
She has a lot of sex tapes on Pornhub. Just type in Stormy Daniels, you can see all her sex tapes.
Those are not so much sex,
Greg.
What's her profession again? Greg? What's her profession?
Pretty much her going to work.
Yeah, really. It's they're not really sex tapes when you're a porn star.
Or for a job.
It's just work tapes.
Fucking
yeah.
This is training manuals.
Yeah.
Nick, can you get kokanee?
I used to be able to.
Oh, fuck, 'cause that would be an amazing beer analysis 101.
I would love to do that, actually.
I'm across the board to get a kokanee. Like, I'm on board.
Yeah.
But if Ewart's good enough to drink it, then I'm good.
It's the best.
Ethan,
it's funny. It's funny. I just looked up my kokanee review as you were talking about that.
That's hilarious. Ethan says I would get rid of Kona Brewing. Oh, so he's not picking one beer; he's picking an entire fucking brewery.
Wow, he said.
Oh, you get rid of Kona?
Man,
You like
sick
Lions?
bastard.
And listen to this! Listen to this fucking Trump bullshit he puts in the next comment. Stay on that island.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I hate to tell you this, Ethan, but that's an American island.
Yeah,
Donald J. Ewart.
You do know Hawaii.
Yeah, like what's your fucking problem with immigrants? You know.
It's like Trump just found out Puerto Rico's like part of America. He didn't.
Yeah.
See, I feel like we should put up a wall. Fuck Mexico. Put up a wall against Canada. We should. I don't want people against Canada.
But why? We want to come over and get jobs.
You want to come over and spend 20% more for all the stuff that we have. That's
all that.
It's more like 33%, Joe.
How much has it dropped? Has it dropped a lot?
It's not good.
That massive influx of Hawaiians taking everybody's jobs in America. Yeah.
It's 79 cents for a Canadian dollar, 79 cents, so about 20%.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Oh, good. It's better than it was before.
Jamie says, in regards to Utopia, I think it was worth the Canadian price, not the American price.
And I agree with them. I would agree with them from the point of view that beer is kind of like a discussion beer. You could bust that out if a friend or two came over and you share it, each have an ounce or two. It's cool from that perspective. For 115 Canadian, I can see doing it once or just to have it once in a while because it's like a liqueur or like a spirit where you can just have it hang out for 6 months, a year. Everything's will be fine. When you have to pay double that and even more so in American funds, totally not worth it.
Why would it cost more in the States though? It fucking comes from
because
good night, Chris. Good night, Chris. Take it off.
People buy it.
The States is trying to make a profit.
I gotta get up in the morning.
I thought he said he got to work in the mall.
Good night, Chris. See ya.
I gotta work in the
doesn't
mom.
work.
Yeah.
He has to
Let
work
us know how that work and that mom goes.
Yeah, I got to get up in the morning too, so I'm gonna head out here in a second. But I saw the comment from Paul there that I'm waiting for somebody to read so I can properly answer it and tell them to fuck off.
Do a panty drawer video? Is that the one?
No.
That'd be amazing.
Canoe?
Nick has a lot of pants.
No, below that.
Oh God,
wish I did.
Nick, name the 5 best non-local beers you can get in your area, please.
On that note, I'm going to sign off for tonight.
But you're hosting this. Like, are we going offline then?
No,
I'm taking this off.
Yeah, we're offline, but
we're not offline yet. So
we will be.
What's that?
So I mean, Chris Peters killed those women.
You have 7 people watching.
Probably did. I'm just gonna cut those 7 people right off. Actually, I'm trying to think off the top of my head what the
like George Costanza on a high note.
The thing is, when it comes to doing beer analysis 101, I'm kind of limited by what the beers that I can get here are and the beers that I can get in Ontario are, because most of the panel is from Ontario, and I'm like the one New Brunswick fuck that does this thing.
Yeah, and the US guys get shit on. So,
Nick, you need to move in with on the 10th permanently.
No.
Well,
you could
here's the thing,
because they'll try to kill me in his hot tub.
It wouldn't cost us much
die
for someone to mail you something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'd love to do like IPA number 5 at some point.
No, you don't. It's unbalanced and overly sweet. It's a bullshit beer. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking hate that shit.
Ashley's pissed off at the beer.
I'm pissed off at that beer.
Chris left.
Yeah, Chris left at the right time.
But yo, here's the beauty. You don't all have to like it. That's how it works. That's the beauty of it.
Like,
you mean we all don't have to have the same opinion on BeerTube?
No, you don't have to. It's okay if we have different opinions.
No, it's not.
Everybody's got a different opinion. How are you supposed to watch everything?
You were talking about the Utopia. One of the people I work with here, her husband got it for $85 for last year.
Yeah, I want to fight him. Fuck. I don't know.
I mean, that's what they sell at the regular stores. When it hits the market afterwards, it goes up.
So he basically paid Canadian prices, basically, more or less. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Ethan wants you to do a beer cellar fucking video, by the way, Joe, because he says he's a longtime fan.
Ethan,
swim fan.
I appreciate the support and the question, but fuck you.
You can do a beer cellar video because you got more years.
No, I don't. It will fucking listen. I can't do videos under 10 minutes. It'll be literally an hour and a half.
Get some of the stuff. Pull some highlights out of it.
Oh my god! No, I'm doing.
You can do a pan and show the whole thing, but just pull a few out.
No,
it's only a 3-hour cellar tour review for all your 50 beers.
That's a bad idea.
A little bit. You can do them all.
Come on, make it like a bad idea to me. Make it fucking like Dale's fucking cellar videos he did back in the day, where he's like, he just had a whole dungeon full with beer, and it's like, holy shit, dude.
Mine is not anything special. It's kind of like Raj's and even Ethan's, where I just have them in I have them in boxes, and that's what I have.
Nobody
I
cares.
unfortunately have literally 27 boxes, but I don't want to go through all 27.
Wait, cares how special it looks.
You could literally get hit by a car tomorrow and never taste those 27 boxes.
You could really get hit by a car tomorrow. Like that could really be made to happen.
It seems,
and I don't want it to happen.
They get hit by
I want to taste those.
Maybe I'd stay in and not get hit by.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way, Joe. No one wants you to get hit by a car, okay?
I don't know.
Maybe you might want to make that video really quick. See, you know.
Well, what I'm actually
hit
doing
by a car any day now. You know what I'm saying?
We're not saying there's actually a hit on you, but
I don't
like any of this.
It's not about you, Joe. It's about your fans.
Yo, it's
it's really about your fans, Joe. I mean, one day, you know, you're walking around the street all la-di-da, you know. You're like, oh, I love the Buffalo Sabres, all that kind of bullshit, and then splat. You're gabagoo on the street, man.
You guys have sold me.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm Joe from Tonawanda. I like the hockey teams. Hey, Maple Leafs are great.
Greg.
That's still terrible. I'm not drunk enough to enjoy that.
No, Greg, it's still bad. Like, I appreciate what you're trying, but it's so bad.
I see that Ethan and then PA Brunius are signing out of the chat, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take us offline.
Oh, well, fuck those guys.
Well, fuck those guys and Chrome supporters. And fuck you.
I appreciate that. Not really.
Anyway, free the nipple. Sorry.
Have a good night, Nick.
Well,
Chris Peters strangled those women with those fucking neck chains.
Just randomly, Nick's like doing the series sign off. She's like,
should I pull up an Instagram segment or what?
All right. We'll catch you guys later. That was weird.
See you later.